started with. But do you know what? It really doesn't matter because we kind of get there in the end. So, of course, any issues, we know we're working on it. Work and practice. We have sorted the background out. And I just thought it'd be nice today to bring a few friends with me. Yeah, I've got Dobby. He's got his glasses, so all is good. So, come on over. I thought I'd bring a bit of backup today because you don't want to listen to me going on for a few hours. So you know Helen. Hello. You know Nikki. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. And he's Jan. And he is Michelle.
Hi.
So we're going to be sharing a few bits and pieces with you today. A few little bits of maybe bargains, a few things back in stock, a few demos, a few challenges. So there's one for you guys today and one for these guys as well. So that should be a bit of fun, but we'll see how we go, shall we?
Yeah.
So what have we got going today? I know Helen and Nikki are up in a little bit. We've got a schedule.
Yeah, we're planning.
So we're going to do the alphabet tile. We didn't think it was worth Helen and Nikki doing their tile down where they live and then driving all the way up here. So we thought we'd do it together. So we've got that coming up. A couple of questions in the middle of it. We're going to do a bit of tangling onto fabric. We're going to have a little bit about Jan then and her favourite stencil, because yes, we've got that planned. And of course we've got favourite stencils from all of them. I've got a bit of a challenge for them as well, as we can say. I'm going to show you a few little bits and pieces in terms of what's on offer. If you want to get ahead of that, we have actually got a drop down Sanntangle house live. So you might see a few of, are you ready? Oh, a few of these. And you might see a few of, in a second. Because Helen, you're going to be demonstrating a bit of
I am doing a bit.
with marks later.
Yeah.
They're all there, everything's on there, and everything's at a slightly little bit of a different price. So, okay, we're going to end up finishing about 1 o'clock, or that's the plan, but we're going to see how we go, because it's us, we do what we like, can't we?
Yeah.
So, with all that ado, we're going to disappear, and we're going to leave Helen. Are you starting it?
Am I in charge?
You're in charge.
So
So it's all Helen's fault. So we're going to leave Helen in charge because she's going to start the alphabet tile for you, and then we'll see the rest of the guys a little bit later. So are you up and running? Yeah, Dobby. Yes, that's you. He's like, he wants a croissant. We've got pastries downstairs, so he wants that and a cup of coffee. Because to be fair, he's a little bit like worse for wear. So, wonder what he was drinking last night.
Yes.
All right. So we'll see you all later, and I'm going to leave you with Helen, and I'm sure she's going to want. I don't know. Do you want that camera? Or do you want that camera?
I might need the overhead, John.
Right. Okay. So John's going to swap us over.
Yeah.
Not yet. At some point, and we'll see you shortly. All right. Okay. See you guys. See you in a bit.
I'm good. Okay.
Dobby says, "God, that's right."
Thank you. Right. Okay, morning everybody. As you know, Saturday is our weekend alphabet tile, and we are nearly at the end. So I'm just going to bring my things in because we've got a lot going on here up in the Sanntangle house, and we are looking at letter X. I'll just find my little bits and pieces, and I'll move that out of the way. Hopefully, John, have you got me on overhead? Can you see me? Or are you just working on it? Yeah. So yes, so while we're just getting organised, there it is. Yeah, thank you. That's great. While we're getting organised, then we are using today. We've gone a little bit different. We're using the medium size capital letters from the Simply Words group of stencils, and we are on letter X, so there's only 2 more to do after this. I can't believe where the time's gone. It's crazy. And I'm going to do a design I've been working on for letter X. It is a bit different, and then I'm going to bring Nikki in because she's here, and she's going to finish it off. So she's going to add the flourishes and the colour and the inking and all of that side of it. So we're doing this between us today. So what you will need is, to start with, you need your Sanntangle 03 fine liner pen, your mechanical pencil or your 2B, and your tortillon. Actually, I've got a new tortillon today. What's that about?
Wow.
How good is that? So what you will need to do, first of all, I'm using a postcard as well, by the way, but it still fits on a tile. You will need to put a horizontal line in because you need something to ground this with. And you can probably see I've already started to pan out the design. Then we're just going to use, I say just, we're going to place our letter X on that horizontal line that we've just drawn. And you will draw it around your letter X. It's a basic letter X, nothing special. Go all the way around it and then join it in the middle as you would normally with all of the letters that we've done. Then what I thought we would do is something a bit different. So across the top of my letter X, I'm going to grab my pen. I'm going to try and not make too much noise because I know the noise might just carry through. I'm going to draw a straight line with my red ruler across the top of the X, like so. And then I'm going to draw a narrow gap, and I'm going to draw another line. Same length, and then I'm just going to do a little angle because I want to make this to look like a shelf or even a bit of a coffee table going on. So I thought that would be really good. Okay, and then what I tend to do is follow the angle that you've done your first angle shape at, move your ruler across and do another one on the other side. Now I'm going to join it up by hand, just to give you some idea of what it looks like. This line here that finishes off my tabletop, I'm leaving in pencil because I want to draw some things on it on the top. So the first thing I want to do is draw something in the middle. And I'm going to go in, I think I'm going to go in with pencil. You might want to do this when you do it at home, start with pencil. So I'm going to start in the middle of my tabletop, and I'm going to go over that pencil line because we can rub that out later. And I'm going to just draw a line with a little curve and something with a curve at the top. Then I'm going to come back down the other side and do exactly the same. I've turned my card. Remember, you can always turn and just put a curve, slight curve on the bottom. And I'm not going now to join this top neck. It looks a bit like a weird bottle or an old vintage type bottle. What I am going to do then is by hand, and all this is going to be freehand, but you can use a ruler if you want to do a square. So I'm just going to draw a curve, just a curve like that. Okay? And then I want to draw a couple of lines upwards. You can probably see what this is looking like now. Just going to do a couple of lines up, and then I want to join it together. So it's going to look like a lamp and a lampshade. So it's just something, and I'm going to curve it at the top just to join it together. And when you're happy with it, you can pen it in. But before we do any of that, I want to put some other bits. And this tile was inspired by, if you saw Sandra on Hobby Maker on Tuesday, she did a new stencil called, was it On the Shelf or Off the Shelf? Off the Shelf, I think.
On the shelf.
On the Shelf, see. Yeah, it's Saturday, everybody. That inspired me a bit, and I thought, actually, I could make the letter X look like the base of a table, and I could put some things on my little shelf cum table. So I've put some books on, and I'm just going to make them look like they've got a top edge. So we've done that. Then I used my ruler, and I used the second smallest circle, and I just did a circle around. Because that's like I coloured it in orange, so that's going to be like an orange or a random orange or a ball or something. And then I did use my ruler for this next bit, and I'm going to put a little vase. Nothing much, nothing desperate, but I'm going to make it like a V shape. And I'm going to put my lines up, and I'm just going to gauge where I want that vase to be, because I want this to be quite tall. I'm going to do it in pencil still because I want to try and get some bits in. And I'm going to pull my stem up, just a very thin stem. I'm going to do a little, all freehand, a little circle or a bubble, and then a loop and a loop and a loop and a loop, and go again and just fill it in. So it looks like, do you remember in the 70s we had those plastic flowers that did things? Those plastic flowers that bounced and nodded their heads. So I'm being directed by Sandra, so she's just completely distracted me, but that's okay. That's okay. And I just want to put a little bit of, how many people have got cluttered little shelves with random things on it at home? I think we all have. So just want to do that and pull it in. And there you have something that is the letter X that you probably, if you didn't know we'd use the alphabet letters, it's a table base. We've got a lamp and a shade. We've got a few books, and we've got a circular shape or a bubble that looks like an orange or a ball. And then the other thing that I wanted to do, and I've stolen Nikki's idea of a vine, so bear with me on this one, everyone. I know, she's going to sack me later for this. But all I did was, as Nikki says, just do a wavy line, which is really easy to do, and stop so it goes behind the leg. Put a little line there to follow it through and round. And then I'm going to stop at this leg that you can see and go back up and over the table and a leaf on the end. And then you can do leaves wherever you want on this one. Really good. Okay, and because I'm doing this in pencil, I can rub out where I don't want things to be. Now this vine isn't huge because it's in proportion with the size of the design that we've drawn. So we've got a few tangles, not a huge amount, but we've got something to work with. And what I'm going to do now is hand over to Nikki, and she is going to colour in and do some have you got a wallpaper background?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's going to finish it off and probably pen in the rest. But I'm handing over to Nikki. I shall see you later.
I think she stitched me up here. I really do. That's what friends are for.
I did.
So, I said, what a good idea, as we're both here, to do a collaboration. And then what happens is, she draws the sketch, and I get landed with all the rest. Anyway, good job with friends. So, if John, can you come over on the overhead again, please? Thank you. There we go.
Women telling you what to do.
Oh, like direction, don't you? There we go. Right, so Helen's drawn this lovely table with a few decorations. So I think it needs a background. I think it needs some wallpaper. So I found one of Sandra's stencils. There's so many. And I'm just going to put some wallpaper on the walls. And I'm going just around everything, if you can see that. Not a lot, just a little bit. Okay. Let's have a look. Can you see that? Oh, yes, lovely. And then what I like to do is just, there we go. Just can't get the staff these days. John's just all over the place with this zoom in. He loves it really. I think my brush is making the focus go funny. But still. So there we are. You've got the idea. Let's give it a bit of wallpaper. Okay. Just put that out of the way. And so then I was going to colour the things that are on the shelf. So let's have a look. So I've gone with an orangey background. So let's take some clementine and the light orange and the mid orange, and we will colour this orange in that Helen drew. So go in with my lightest colour. It's only small, and I am rushing because we started late and we've got an agenda. So there we go. There we go. Hope you're enjoying this, everybody. And then we'll do the flowers. So I'm just going to go in with the middles, and I'm using the light orange for the middle of the flower. And then I think we will have some pink petals. So let's try a light rose and a mid rose. And they're only small, so just going to fill them in. There we go. And because when working with small spaces, we don't need to do an awful lot. Obviously, you can spend a bit more time on these than I'm doing now, but I am trying to catch up time. We've got some lovely things coming up today. We've got 4 teachers here, so we're hoping to get some different things going on today. Sandra's got some great bargains for you. Bit of summer sky there. Right, now she's pinched my vine. I'll let her off because I'm here, but there we go. So here's my vine that I've used all the way through our letters and alphabets. So I'm just going to put a bit of green on the leaves. Going in with sunny green, and I'm coming back in with grass green, just flick a bit at the bottom. There we go. And then I like to use brown sugar and teak, and Helen's not put any sort of tangling in this X, so let me just pinch a pen. I was only supposed to be colouring, now I'm doing her job. You just cannot get the staff these days.
She's not even listening.
She's not even listening, she's ran off.
Bothered. She's not bothered.
So I'm just doing a dot dash tangle in these legs, just to give it the effect of wood. So there we go. It's better. It looks a bit spotty like a Dalmatian, but never mind. Right, so I'm going in with a bit of brown sugar. Just getting some colour in there. And then I'm going in with teak. And I'm just going to go down the edges and just a bit of shadow there under the tabletop. Just come down and down again, following the lines. And then I'm going to go back in with the brown sugar. These are only small spaces, so we don't need too much. And then I'm going to come in with, if I can find it, where's the dog hook? There we go. I'm just going to put just a tiny bit, just a little bit in the top there, give a bit of shape. There we go. So there's just the lamp to do now, and was this books here she's done. So let's see what we can do with the lamp. I think we'll have an orange lamp because we had orange background on the wallpaper, and if you were buying a lamp you would match it to your decor, wouldn't you? So I've just gone in with the yellow, coming in with the clementine, and then I'm going to go with the mid-orange and bring that into the middle. And then I'll go back in with the light just to blend it all And I will also use some white just to build a highlight there. Put one on there. And I'm going to do the shade. There we go, just put a bit of white in the middle. And I think we'll have a green shade, because I can. We're just having a multitude of colours here. So I'm coming in with the lightest green, the sunny green. You have favourite combinations, don't you? I like my sunny green, grass green and dark green, but I also like light orange, mid-orange, clementine, and I like the blues. I like the deep sea blue. Yeah, I just have my combinations I go to. So here we go. So let's just blend that a bit more. We're going to aim to leave a little bit of a highlight there. And then, because I'm trying to pick up time because we did start late, I am going to show you one I did earlier. There's the one I did earlier, and this is the one. I did that in my hotel room last night, I must admit. And then,
No, that's never brilliant, is it?
And there you go, that's the one. That's the one we've done today. So I use a different pattern on the background, but just get your inks, brush some in. We've got so many stencils now that you can choose from. Put yourself a bit of wallpaper in, it just fills the space. Just brush around the edge, put a bit of foreground in. Okay?
Now, I thought we'd start the challenge together. You've got a little bit of something here. We do know about the flickering. We're really sorry. We daren't unplug it.
No.
Because we might not get it back on again.
No.
But we've got sound. We're doing the best we can. We really are. John's stressed over there. I think,
yeah, we're both trying.
And he's got all these women
John
around
thinks
him.
so anyway. He's got like 4 or 5 bosses today.
But we thought, being that, like, I know you've just done a very, like, an on-the-shelf kind of thing.
Yes.
And we've got the kind of Lockett Lane theme going on. We thought we'd come up with some questions for you guys to see if you can answer them. And at the end, I'll tell you in a minute, we've got a couple of little prizes, so I thought we'll see how we go. Are you up for that? Okay. So the first question. Now, shall I explain the rules?
You explain the rules.
Yeah, the rules, and then
rules.
And then you can do the first question. How does that sound?
Yeah.
So we're going to give you throughout the morning, afternoon, 5 questions. And if you've not got all Lockett Lane, it doesn't matter. You can guess a little bit, because we're going to give you a choice of 3 questions, 3 answers. So we're going to ask you the question and give you a choice of 3 answers. What you need to write down is the number. So if you think number 1's the correct answer, write down number 1. And then when you get to question 2, you're going to come back on, you're going to think, well, okay, question 2 is, I don't know, answer number 3. So you're going to write down number 3. So that's 1 plus 3.
Yeah.
And then question 3, you write the number down for that, or 4, 5. So at the end of it, you'll get a little total.
You will.
And what we want you to do at the end of it, as soon as you know the answer, you're going to post that number in the comments. We're going to be drastically, one of them are, we've got a few of us, they're going to be writing down the names, and then by the end we'll pick a name. We've got a couple of things, look at this.
Can I play?
No. We've got you some Hannah. These are absolutely beautiful. They are very coveted. I don't sell them on the website, but I've got this tin and I just keep stroking it. But I'm going to let you have this one. It's round tiles and they're beautiful. But I've also got, which I thought would be quite nice, we could do 2 prizes.
Oh yeah.
I've got some postcards.
Oh.
So I thought, you can. I mean, they've even got on the back. They've even got like the things on the back. So we've got a couple of little bits there that, we just thought something nice. Have a bit of fun and give it away. So get your Lockett Lane hat on, because Nikki's going to do the first question.
And you won't need a calculator to add up your answers.
No, but I did get them to check total earlier just to be sure. So I'm going to
Okay.
Ask the question.
So here we go. Get your Lockett Lanes out, ladies. Why is Lockett Lane called Lockett Lane? Can anyone remember? Is it 1, because a locket was found there? Is it 2, because someone named Locket owned the strip of land it was built on? Or is it 3, because someone thought it was a good name? I'll go through those again. So number 1,
What comes up with these?
because a locket was found there. If you think it's number 2, write down 2, and that was because someone named Locket owned the strip of land. And number 3, because someone thought it was a good name. Okay, so if you think it's 1, 2 or 3, you write that number down. The next question will be coming from one of the others later, and then again it'll be 1, 2 or 3. And you just need to add the 1s, the 2s, the 3s until you get an overall total. Okay, so I'm now going to hand over to Sandra. Okay, so I'll see you all later. Enjoy.
Hi everybody. So we're kind of trying to run on a sort of a timeline today, if we can. I do apologise about this flickering. We are going to sort of try and get onto overheads as quick as we possibly can for you, so I'm sorry about that. So I just wanted to, I've had a lot of people asking me about different things and how to draw on them. So I thought, well, I'll just give you a little bit of a demo on drawing on fabric, because I know it's something that some of you asked me about, so I thought let's give it a go, okay? So a couple of things before we start then. You do need, if you want to use, you can use a pencil, but you can't rub it out on fabric. So you use a friction pen. Do you have one, Nikki? I can borrow. I forgot mine this morning. So I'll explain that in a minute, but I think if we go straight to overheads, we can sort of make a start there. So here we go. So I've got some fabric here. John wants to just zoom out a little bit. And I've got some plain fabric as well. Somebody could pass me that over. That would be brilliant. Thank you very much. Awesome. Fetch the iron. Okay. So you can think of it as paper. That's kind of what it is. It's just got a slightly different feel and texture to it. So where paper will stay still, fabric won't necessarily. It kind of wants to move. So if you sort of go across, you can sort of see you're getting those creases in it. So you've got to treat it with a little bit of care, a little bit of delicacy, and then you're going to find it's not a problem. Of course, you've got to think then, what am I going to do with this fabric? Am I going to make a shirt out of it? Am I going to do a quilt? Or is it going to be a bag? Or is it just a picture that you're going to use to create a card with? So all those things you have to think about before you go ahead, because if you're going to use it to create a shirt or a quilt, something you're going to wash, you've got to use something that you can actually put it in the wash and you know it's not going to fall off. So this is why I use a fine liner. These are completely permanent up to 40 degrees. So whatever you draw on fabric wise, it's going to stay on, not a problem. These pencils, if you're going to wash your fabric, you can't use these pencils. As beautiful as they are not fixable, so you can't do that. What you can use, if you want to do a little bit of colouring on there, is these pencils. Now, I know these ones are a slightly more considered purchase. If you're going to do a lot of it and you're going to sort of put a lot of colour in and then you want to sort of wash it, these are brilliant because they are. You need to use a little bit of, I don't know, maybe a fabric medium, you need a bit of water, or maybe you need a little bit of, you know, like aloe vera gel, that works well. And you can use those, paint a little bit of that over the top, and they are permanently fixable. So that's all sorted there. So, okay, let's have a look then. So fabric wise, if you start on white, it's a little bit scary, isn't it? Because you've got all this white kind of space and you don't know where you're going with it. So I'm going to put that to one side. And what we have done here is I've created little squares. So you've kind of already got your background started off. So you see these have been inked just like we would a regular tile. So you can sort of pick one, you cut them up, pick one and draw over the top. I have got two versions today. This is the winter one, which we'll show you a little bit more in depth later. So it's kind of got more sort of frosted, kind of icy colours going on there. Work brilliantly. I mean, you could use all sorts of pens on these anyway. And then we've got sort of the summery one, where you've got lighter colours. So if you've never kind of done this before, I mean, look at that one. Can you imagine drawing a lovely little sort of actually maybe we'll do that one. I mean, lovely meadow on that one. But then you've got the really sort of bright, shiny kind of colours that you know that you can sort of work with. So let's do a little bit on this one. So I'm just going to move that one out of the way for a second. Okay, so first things first is if you're going to draw on it, I've got it flat on a desk. This always feels a bit weird because it's going to move really quite a lot. So it's always good to actually put something underneath it. So another bit of fabric underneath it. Actually, I'm going to fold that in half. So I've got a little bit of sort of support under. See, that feels a bit better. It's almost like leaning on a board, isn't it, really? You can, if you want to, you can get hold of some freezer paper. You can get that from any local supermarket or from, you know, that Amazon place if you want to. And with that, you cut a piece, iron it on the back, shiny side on the back. Makes it feel a bit more like paper. You can draw on it and then you can peel it away. So let's have a look. First things first, and I'm just sort of going to go with the flow and see what happens, but you could use any of the stencils. So that's something else to think about because, as I've said, if you go ahead and use pencil on fabric, you can't rub it out, or not very well. It kind of is, but it's not worth the hassle. So you swap your pencil for a friction pen or a pen that you can actually draw on, and then it'll iron away. That's the plan anyway. Shall we try it so you can see what I mean? So if I sort of come on this edge here, actually I'm going to use, no, because I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to keep it because it's mine now. So if I draw that, that's my friction pen, you see? And then if I use my fine liner, there's my fine liner. Okay, I know different colours, but that's a good thing. You don't really want your friction pen black because trying to work out what you've drawn and what you haven't is a bit dodgy. So here we go. Being that I've got some fabric underneath me, okay, I'm just going to, I don't want to sort of touch any more cables there. So I've got a little iron, look. And if I rub over with the iron, you see what happens? My friction pen's disappeared and my black fine liner is still there. So this is in effect your pencil and this is your regular pen, okay? So let's give it a go. So in pen, so get yourself nice and comfortable. Let's put that in a nice space. And I've done a little bit here, so let's have a look at what's gone on with this one already. You see, I've drawn some lovely flowers on there. Look at that. So how did I do that? Let's put it there so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to start again. If you feel more comfortable, you can sort of do this with your friction pen. It's fine. So I'm going to sort of come up like this. And when you see, I'm keeping it going just as I normally would, but because I've got something underneath me, it's not giving me too much sort of restriction there, and I can sort of see where it's going.
Vicky's asking if you could just use a normal graphite pencil if you don't have a friction pen.
Vicky, I wouldn't, because if you use it, I mean, shall we prove it? Let's just show you. Let me just find a rubber. Dobby. Sorry, Dobby's causing me a problem. Okay, he was licking them. Okay, so if I put a bit of pencil there, okay? And then I come in with my rubber. This one's not been chewed by Finley. And rub it out. He is a bit of a knout. He is. Okay, so I've got hold of it, so I kind of sort of trying to keep it going so it's not moving. But it looks like it's gone on screen, but you can see there, look. You see? You can still see it. So I kind of wouldn't, if I was you, I would stick with the friction pen. It'll do the same job, but it means when you iron it, it will disappear. Okay? So here we go. So let's try that. I'll do another one of these and then I'll draw a little bit with friction pen and then we can sort of iron it away. Okay, so this one is, I'm pretty confident, so I don't have a problem doing that, but on occasion you might think, well, I want to do a flower, but I want to bring in a shape to help make, you know, like we use our stencils and our construction. So if I use the friction pen, you see I've got a bit of a line going on around there, or maybe you want to put a leaf in. So let's put that in there. So that's done with my friction. You can then come in with your regular pen and let's put in those shapes. And I know that this is kind of my top area. Okay, you're welcome, Vicky. I'd rather please anybody ask questions, that's why we're here. We don't want you to sort of see what I'm doing, or any of us, and think, what did she do that for and why? Please ask the question, that's why we've got the posts up. We can see what you're asking and what you're saying. Okay, so I've done my little petals, but I'm within that sort of line there. So let's give it a little bit of shape of the tops there. So again, if you're not too confident, using the friction pen is pretty much like using a pencil. So I'm going to bring that in there, and again I'm going to slightly change that shape, bringing that up there. Okay, let's bring another. Let's do a little bit more. I'm going to put some little kind of bumps there, so you can sort of come in with all your different bits and pieces. Let's have a look. Want another leaf in there, so I'm just having fun with it. I think sometimes we think, oh, a fabric, it's permanent. But so is paper. When you've actually drawn something on paper, you can't, yeah, you can with a pencil, you can get rid of some of it. But that's there for sort of keeps as well, isn't it? So it's no different. You see there, I'm just kind of letting the pen move. I know the fabric's giving it a little bit of, just a little bit of movement, you see? But that's fine. Oh, Lorraine, I remember that, I know. I remember you doing that pencil case. But you know what, we live and learn, and sometimes you think, well, if it's there, isn't it? You can sort of go in and use the pencil to add some shading. Yeah, that's a good point, Kath, yeah, absolutely. Always check your friction pens, because some fabrics will work a little bit differently, and some friction pens for that matter do. So before you go ahead and kind of use it, just always do a little bit of a check, you know, like I did on the edge there. Just I wouldn't want you to do it and then find that, I don't know, the friction pen's not exactly what it seems to be, and you end up with something that you don't want in your paper. So always give it a bit of a test run first. This is fine, yeah. I actually use the ones that do say friction on it, F-R-I-X. Oh, and mine are a little bit different than yours, Nikki. Yeah, but mine's still got, see, it's got a tattooy design on it. They're slightly more barreled, the ones I've got.
I think that's an old one out of
yeah,
the set of
so, you know, always, sometimes you think, oh, it's a little bit cheaper, so I'll go with it, but cheaper's not always better. You've got to sort of think, you know, you want to make a good job of it, it's going to stay, so you use them for ages. I use them all the time.
You can pick them up from Tesco and places like that.
You can now, absolutely, you can, yeah.
Just
put
at
little
one
leaf
time,
in.
you couldn't get them.
No. So look at that. So you can just sort of keep going and going. I'm doing exactly the same as I would. Now, the only thing I have done here that perhaps I should have thought about is, you see, I've started drawing from the bottom. Now, if I'm going to cut this out and stitch it to something else, I'm going to lose a little bit of my leaves. If I'd done the friction pen, I could have rubbed it out, but never mind. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So let's put a couple of little, I don't know, little bubbles in here. Okay. All right. So you can make lovely pieces. You know, if you want to make these into cards, you get yourself a little bit of grey board, or you know, a piece of really heavy white card, and you can cut this out. I could even cut it out slightly further down, see, and then fold it over the card. So you kind of, it's almost like framing a picture, isn't it? And then you can stick that onto your card, making a lovely topper. So you could, absolutely. I mean, if you wanted to, you could leave this all exactly as it is. I know Kath did one, didn't you, Kath, with all these pieces? But you could still sort of tangle up these, or while cutting it, you could stitch. So you could put a seam in here, look, stitch them together like that. Yeah, hang on a second. Like that, see? So you can stitch them together. So you end up with literally these side by side. You've got you'll have your seam on the back, and nobody will know. Nobody will know, because it's already cut out for you. So shall we try a bit of colouring on this? Let's have a little bit there. So I'm going to come in with the ink tents. Now I do have the full set, because I did, because they're lovely. But you can get, I think the smallest set they do is a 12. I think the smallest set's a 12. So I've kind of got, now here you can see, I've got a couple of colours that was that one, that are turned the other way round. Because if you recall, when I was on Sewing Street, I was doing the huge sort of mandala design, and those are the three colours I was using. Because I've not got have a chance to finish that yet, So I know that when I come back to it, these are the colours I'm going to be using. So let me find a couple of others. I'm going to move that out of the way. Being that I've got a bit of green here, let's bring a few greens in. So same as before, light and mid and a dark. Now the only thing I'm not going to do here is put any water on it. I'm just going to show you colouring without that. But it's kind of nice just to have a play. Oh, okay. Oh, Nikki's sorted me out. Look, aloe vera gel. Just going to sharpen my pencil. Hang on, look. Okay, just a minute. Never be afraid to sharpen a pencil. You know, sometimes if you need it. Thank you. Do you know, she can come again. Okay. So John's whinging at you. Right, okay. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do before I colour. Need to get rid of my friction pen, don't I? Now I have tried this before and you can colour over it and then get rid, but let's get rid of it first. So remember, it was here and I've got it here, see? So let's get rid of it. Oh, it's just so satisfying doing that, it's brilliant. Look at that, it's gone. Okay, right, bit of colour then. Oh, it's nice and warm now as well. It's just got that lovely feel. Do you know, it's something so nice about doing it. So let's bring a bit of colour in. And because it's got a bit of a background, you can be a little bit sort of, you don't have to be as perfect as if you were doing this on white, see? So you can come on in, look, just add a little bit of the light colour into there. Alright, let's put some of that dark at this bottom edge. So I'm not colouring really any differently than if I was going to colour on paper. You can kind of sort of still flick it in a little bit. Now at the moment this isn't permanent, so if you were just doing it for a card, this is fine. It's not permanent. Let's put some of that middle colour in. You see, so I'm sort of working them together, I'm blending them a little bit, but I'm not really sort of trying to make it like a perfect blend or anything. Okay. Alright, might even bring a bit of blue in, what do you think? A bit of blue, or purple, let's have a look. Indigo. Put a little bit of darkness in that bottom edge. See? Okay. And notice it again, look, I'm sort of holding the fabric there, so as I pull out, it's sort of not moving. It's just about thinking about it in a different way. It's just slightly mouldable, isn't it? Okay. So let's bring a bit of this gel in then. So here we go, just to show you what we're using. I'll put the lid on though so I don't tip it up. So here we go, look. Yeah, all over your gel. It smells nicer as well, doesn't it? And it's not like water, it doesn't go all over the place. But you only need a little bit. You don't need a lot. See, so we've got a bit on here. See, at the moment, look, it's gunged up with it. Don't want that, I just want a little bit. Just a little bit. And then, let's pull it in. Now you're going to notice something here immediately. Well, I hope you are anyway. Look at how that colour transforms, and because we're using the gel, it's not like water. There we go. It sort of doesn't sort of suddenly disperse across the whole of the fabric range. But look, I can then sort of shape in and add this gel, and then of course once it's dry, you iron it over, and then it's washable. And look at that. So the word Inktense with these, it really helps. I mean, I don't have any in stock. I'm not here to sell them to you. I'm just giving you the insight into drawing with onto fabric. So I know some of you have asked me so. You see, look at that. How lovely is that? So the colour's really intensified compared to when we just stood. Just going to do a little bit more in there because I didn't quite get in that top edge. So it kind of, all those colours work together. Now I'm sort of imagining doing these little squares, drawing all these flowers on it, and then putting them together to make like a little quilt. Don't know if you know, I'm a bit addicted to quilts. You just zoom out a little bit, John, please, so we can see the others. Yeah, I'm just a little bit addicted to quilts. So you see that one, I've started to colour. So there's this, there's this one as well. So I've kind of got that one going on. And I do have another one. See, I took this one on Hobby Maker the other month and I drew this ready for a demo, and then it came to it and I couldn't find it. So I've got another one where I've done another, or did I draw that one? I can't remember. So I've kind of putting the same flowers on. And you imagine when these are all put together, they're going to be fabulous, aren't they? They're going to be great. And it's about 18 squares on each one. So I'm not picking the colours per se. They're all going to go together, and of course they've all been inked. And you know that we use salt. So this has been inked with salt. This has been inked and left just to dry. So this one, look, is a bit more watercolour-y. Oh, so is that one actually. Every time you look, you see that one. Look at that one. And look at this one. There we go. Let's just move this one in. So these ones have been seriously spritzed with water and then left to dry, so you can see where it's kind of run. So it's just something a little bit different that if you wanted to kind of try it, it's quite nice. We do have them in the Sanntangle Live or the Sanntangle House part of the website today, and we've took a little bit off them if you wanted to try it. But you're not having these because these are mine. So I think actually, John, if I tidy this bit up, are we ready for the next question?
I assume so.
I think so. Yeah, this one's a really good one. So here we go. See, I'll just tidy up because we've got to sort of keep the place clean as we go in.
I noticed the flash disappeared.
Oh, have you done it? Have you sorted it? Brilliant. Oh, we swapped a cable. These things come to try us. So here we go. Question 2. I'm so excited about this. I kind of want to enter. Have you got the first one? Do you want me to read it again in case you missed it? Question 1. Remember, you've not got to write the answer down. We just want to know which number, 1, 2 or 3. And you're going to add all the numbers up towards, and when you get to the end, you're going to have one number, I suppose. So number 1. Why is Lockett Lane called Lockett Lane? So number 1, is it because a locket was found there? Number 2, is it because somebody named Lockett owns the strip of land it was built on? Or number 3, because someone thought it was a good name. I mean, we all know, we all like a good committee, don't we? So that was question 1. So you've got to write down, do you think the answer is number 1, number 2 or number 3? Just keep that number in mind, because now question 2. What number in Lockett Lane is the set of the 3 family houses that sit on top of tree trunks? What number? So is it number 1, number 33? Is it 2, number 45? Or is it 3, number 27? So here we go again. What number in Lockett Lane is the set of 3 family houses that sit on top of 3 tree trunks? Is it 1, 33, 2, 45, or 3, 27? So whichever number you think it is, don't write 33, 45 or 27. You're going to write number 1, number 2 or number 3. And then at that point, you're going to add it to the first question. Excuse me. So that's that one. So we're now up to our next bit in our schedule. We're back on track. We've got the lovely Jan. Now, give it up for Jan because this is her first time on a camera, bless her. So she's going to be fine. So she's going to come over and we're going to have a look at her favourite stencil. This is kind of thing what I've asked everybody to do today. I am just going to move that Jan, because otherwise, you know what it's like. We're going to end up with all over you gel everywhere, aren't we? We're trying to keep it tidy. All right, and we do have an iron on as well. So come on over, Jan. Welcome. Welcome to our crazy world. And so, I mean, do you want me to leave you to it, or do you want me, I don't know. Now, we thought we'd ask everybody a question when they first came on. So, rather than, hello, I'm Jan, and I'm old, and I live in so old, and no, you're not an alcoholic, but that kind of thing. Yeah, craft. I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Being that we're doing Lockett Lane this time, we wanna know. Now, this is for you out there as well. Please, you post as well. If you lived in the realms behind the secret keyhole, where would you live?
We do a lot of camping. I think it would have to be, we'd have to be in a caravan or a motorhome,
Right.
a camper van. I've not got all the Lockett Lane stencils, or I have got quite a few, but it would have to be definitely on a campsite.
So yeah, so you'd either be in the hunt for the secret keyhole, looking for it,
Yep.
or you'd be at Riverside Row in the
Yeah.
holiday like let.
Ooh,
Yeah,
a holiday let's a bit too posh. For
Yeah,
us,
is it?
In a
I'm not
field
judging.
with the grass and the trees.
So
and
that'd
the
be quite
birds
good.
singing.
Now I don't know if you've heard in the new Locket Lane. There's on the shelf that I did on Hobby Maker the other day. There is a new newspaper coming out for Locket Lane, and they keep an eye on the secret keyhole quite a lot, and they have spotted Munch in the local bar asking about where it is.
Oh.
So I don't know if there's visas and things like that you have to fill in just to kind of ask the question, but I'm sure they would. If we had a chat with the local sort of met, we'd see how it goes, but I'm sure that would be fine.
Yeah.
But okay, with that in mind, please post yours as well. We want to know where you'd like to live. I mean, I don't know, Halloween Hollow would be quite cool, although I don't know, a bit cold, the water may be a bit green, don't know. But I'm going to leave you with Jan. She's going to be fine. Okay, give her a little bit of support, and she's going to do a bit of her favourite stencil, and she's going to show you bits and pieces. All right?
I am.
Okay, I'm going to leave you to it then. Have
Thank
fun.
Thank you very much. Hi everybody. Welcome to our little session today. My favourite stencil is creating silhouettes, and it's the one I just go to for loads and loads of things. It's just so versatile really. We have rescue dogs. We've had cats in the past, so for me this is my main go-to one. And some people might have seen my little questionable purchase recently. I bought some Doc Martens. I wonder where I got that idea from, Sandra. It's taken me a while to sort of get round to doing anything with them. But one of the first things I wanted to do was put on one of my dogs. So I've not got the space to put another dog on there. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put, because we used to have rabbits many years ago, sorry for the rustling, and the beauty about the stencils that Sandra provides is with these you don't just get the actual stencils themselves, you get the cutouts as well. So on this one what I'm going to do is, because it was very scary, I'm not going to lie, putting pen onto my boots. So what I did, I used the stencil, and the beauty of it is, because it's not completely flat, you can curve it round. So it does help a lot with those nervous hands when you're trying to put any ink onto anything that's curved and that you're a bit scared about using. So don't be scared about putting any ink on things like this. It is really easy, it's lovely to do, and it's a bit addictive as well. So all I'm going to do, I'll just put that in the middle so it's easier to see. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use the stencil to put the outline of my rabbit onto my boot. And the great thing about this is you don't have to worry about making any happy mistakes. So you're just using the stencil to do all the work. So there you see I've just gone off onto the stencil, but it's not onto my boot. So I'm just going to carry on going round. And if you do make a mistake on the inside, you can just colour it in.
Like that. It's always a way around it.
Yeah. So on this one, I'm just going to do a little bit of just normal tangling really. So I'm just going to do some little, oh, looks like a tail. That was a happy mistake.
Is this the most unusual thing you've drawn on, Jan?
It's the scariest.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah. But I think with anything that you're going to do, even if you've just got a blank piece of paper, you've still got that element of, oh, what am I going to do?
Do you know what though, I reckon? Because if you tested it, you could use a friction pen. And you're like, well, how do you get on with an iron? You don't need to iron it, you can use a hairdryer.
Yeah.
And it could remove
Yeah.
it. I think we need to try it. Not today, we won't force you on it. But somebody needs to try it, perhaps on the sole or on the tongue on the inside.
Yeah, yeah.
So I reckon that'd be good. Sorry, I
It's okay.
digress.
The thing is, it's just so lovely to draw on in with the leather. Although you've got the scary bit of, ooh, it's going on there, but when you start, you sort of can't stop. It's a bit like Pringles.
I know. Still need to tangle on mine. I've actually got mine embroidered. On one side it says love and draw, and the other side it says Sanntangle.
Oh.
You get me. But yeah.
I actually went to visit some friends the other day. We met up at Meadowhall in Sheffield.
Oh yeah.
And
Meadowhall, John calls that.
Yes, me too. And while I thought, right, I'm going to wear my boots, and the amount of people that commented on them were just unreal.
Yeah.
And they're like, where did you buy them? I drew them.
I drew them.
You drew them.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think having something so nice to do and have people comment on it,
Yes.
it just made it really nice. And I got home and I'm like, apart from the fact that they are breaking me in at the moment, I think the fact that it was something I'd worn, it was so visible. You can wear a bag, you have a bag, you can have all sorts of things on, but the shoes, most people are looking
Yes.
when you're doing anything.
Absolutely. But it's great.
So,
I've drawn on a wall.
all right.
I've drawn on a wall. Drawn on shoes before. I've drawn on clothes. Drawn on John. Well, that's another show entirely. He stood still for too long, that's what it is.
Oh, dear.
You did a rose trellis.
I did a trellis with roses all over it and
Ooh.
lilies all on a wall. I bet somebody painted over it when I moved out. I bet it'd been worth a fortune now, at least
Yeah.
a tenner. Oh dear, I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, some of the other things I've drawn on, again, it were quite scary. My tangle board, I did that ages ago.
I know, we all find that scary.
And I think it's just because you've got the option of using a pencil first.
Yeah.
I mean, to do so that's supposed to be looking like knitting. I might have to redo something else about that. But I actually used a pencil and a ruler
Yeah.
just to get the lines.
Yeah.
And then I actually did that in one of our Sanntangle meet-up sessions. And you could see the other girls going,
I know.
it's fine.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
I have drawn on black shoes, but I used a metallic pen.
Oh, okay.
So you get metallic fine liners, can't you?
Yeah.
Because of course you can't see black.
Yeah.
And it's got to be something that's kind of waterproof.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go out in the rain and find that your picture's gone when you get home.
Yeah.
So, but there's all sorts of ways. You can do on anything, can't you?
Yeah.
Really?
You can.
It's good fun.
So that was the tangle board that I did ages ago, and you'll obviously recognise the dog on there. That's upside down. So on that one, I've done the same idea. Now, the dog and the stencil has slightly different ears. We have German Shepherds, so I wanted pointy ears. So I just went round as far as I could and just handballed, just doing the ears on that one. And that's one of my favourites. I love that one.
It's great, isn't it? It's nice. It's nice to see different things that you've drawn on. And everything's really personal and unique.
Yeah. The other one I've done that was a notebook, and that's like a suede. That was absolutely amazing to draw.
I
and
can
it was just
imagine. It's just like
so smooth and soft.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. And with that one, so I've got a bit of a thing about grids, so I just used a white gel pen just to highlight a little bit on that.
Yeah.
The problem is it's so nice I don't want to use it. 'cause it's
Well, no, that's the thing. You've got to use it because then it starts to look used, and the things you're going to put in it, it's going to look more beautiful rather than just having a blank sketchbook. We all need to do more of that, absolutely.
Okay.
And I think as well, John, you just put us both on. Thank you. So you've got to keep him, you've got to keep him going, kind of thing, because we don't want him asleep in the corner and then suddenly ask him to.
I just prod him.
He's just saying, "Okay, my love, I will do that for you."
No, it's not.
And we're going back to things like this and people complimenting.
Yeah.
We don't do it enough.
No.
I was quite shocked. I was actually in it's going to sound dodgy in this one, in a service station recently, waiting for Debbie Robertson, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
We had a bit of a meet up and a drink, and I was stood there like a wally because she'd gone to the wrong service station. She was on the southbound and I was on the north. So we waited for her. A lady I never met before came up to me and she went, "Oh, a beautiful dress you're wearing. It's really nice." Do you know, it made me feel I thought, I don't feel like such a wally now, although she's been obviously looking at me for a while. But we should be like that a little bit more, shouldn't we? We should be
accept
nice.
compliments.
Absolutely.
We don't
So,
get them enough.
We don't, no. So everybody should be giving comments and compliments today. Oh, hang on, we've got somebody's hand up. It's like being in class.
So we've got a question
Alan.
from Alison,
Oh, go on.
and she says, do you fix the drawing on the boots with spray? If so, what one?
Oh.
Which one?
I'll let you answer.
I bought some, it was like a waterproofing spray when I bought the boots, but I can't remember the name. When I get home, I'll put the details on.
Yeah, is it like that one they try and sell you when you buy the shoes
That's the
and
one.
you think,
Yes.
go. Yeah,
Could you use
Go
spray
well.
and shine? You know, like
yeah, you could use
Probably,
spray and
yeah.
shine. Yeah, absolutely, you
Yeah.
could do
I
that.
don't think there'd be a problem with that.
No, I mean as long I've used Sharpies.
Yeah.
That's what these are.
So yeah, so I've never had a problem with it.
Yeah.
But then again, I used them all on canvas shoes, and it was like summer.
Yeah.
But are they extra fine Sharpies or is it thick and thin? Because
Oh,
you can get
the
different sizes.
fine ones.
Oh, do you know? Now we're getting into it. Yeah, I like
Ultra fine.
Extra fine.
Oh yeah, we like ultra,
Thank you.
ultra fine,
Ultra
Helen.
fine.
Get it right, ultra fine. But you actually get Tesco because you can get them all
That's
in
where I
different
got 'em from.
colours,
Yeah.
and you can just go for it. Get yourself, if you're not sure and you think I don't want to do my expensive shoes, get a pair of canvas
Yeah.
shoes because you can get
I'll
them for
go to a
like
charity shop.
10, 15 quid,
Yeah.
something like that, and pick them up.
You know, Sanntangle binders.
Oh.
I've done those already.
Like,
Yeah. So you know, there's all sorts of ways you could do it. We're just trying to give you inspiration. Yeah. Now I nicked Jan's question, didn't I?
You
earlier?
did.
But so you
did.
can. Do you want the next one?
Go on then.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for this? I'm going to let you do it then. So we're on question
three.
3 now.
Okay. So question 3. Why was a house locked in a jar in Halloween Hollow?
Oh, do we know the questions of that? Anybody here? Don't answer though.
I know it.
Oh, Helen knows it. The others are like, oh, not sure.
Might not know the others.
Question 1. It had chicken pox.
It might have done.
Question 2. A science experiment was conducted there and it went wrong. Or number 3. It was cheaper on fuel bills as it improved ventilation.
So what could it? Do you want to read it again just in case?
Why was a house locked in a jar in Halloween Hollow? 1. It had chicken pox. Number 2. A science experiment was conducted there and it went wrong. Or is it number 3? It was cheaper on fuel bills as it improved ventilation. Okay. Hope everybody's enjoyed it and thank you for listening to me
Well,
waffle
do
on.
you know what, can we just give Jan a round of applause?
Yeah.
Well, the first time she's
Thank you.
So
I will-
thank you. Do you know what?
I
When
will
I put
accept
this
that.
call out, it was only the other day, to be fair.
Yeah.
I haven't given much notice. I was like, come on, get yourself in. Now, I know, we do have a few more teachers, and they were all supportive, and I know some of them are on watching, even America. Now, I know, Sarah, if you're in America, hello. But I've also got to say hello to a couple of other Americans, because they set their alarm. Now, I don't know if I've seen your names here yet. So, Patty and Shelley, I just want to say hello, because they did say they were setting their alarm. They might be a little bit bleary-eyed because I think it's like 5:25 in the morning. But you might be at home with a cuppa, or you might have both had breakfast together. I don't know. Let us know. But we just wanted to say hello. So thank you so much for that. We're going to bring Helen on now because we're going to have a look at a few different bits and pieces. So we're going to sort of have everybody now that's behind the camera as crew. So this could be a bit interesting because what we thought we'd do, we'd split it up a little bit. We'd give you a few demos and we're going to kind of give you a few little special offers. We just want to sort of talk you through what we've sort of done today. So everybody's kind of going to come on and we're going to, so as Helen kind of comes in and sets up, we're going to swap spaces. And I just want to show everything that we've got on today is kind of what we've sort of brought on the show. So all your favourite little bits and pieces. So if we can have the first one, go on, Nikki. What should we do first? All these are going to come up. Pick one. I don't mind. Pick one. Yeah, shall we do Locket Lane? Okay, can I have the little one as well? Can I have the normal
one, original.
The original. All right. Yeah, just bring it on. Because I don't know if you're all aware, the original Locket Lane, it wasn't the first one we did. Thank you very much. We actually did the secret keyhole first.
Yeah, we did.
The secret keyhole we actually did in class. And I know you
And
were you
I was
all there
there.
in class when we
Yeah.
did the secret keyhole? The very first one, and we did the little mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they were going, yeah.
And do you remember as well, because I think Lynn was there that day, and her brain was going into overdrive with all the stories.
Oh, absolutely.
And then she came out with all those little chapters.
Yes.
And everybody went mad. And
Yes.
everybody then started putting their own ideas up on Facebook.
That's it, yeah. That was Lynn Kirk, by the way.
Yeah,
If you know Lynn,
yeah.
hi.
Brilliant. Absolutely
Because
brilliant.
Lynn
that
actually
was.
wrote some stories for the Christmas Locket Lane
She did,
colouring book.
yeah,
So if
she
you want to
did.
hear about the mice, she wrote little stories about them and we
Yeah.
included that. But so the original one came about after the secret keyhole, and in there you've got a series of houses, and it's kind of like real estate.
Yeah.
It says who lives here, it tells you what number, what kind of little qualities. So there's a
Brilliant.
fungi house, there's a manor,
There is.
there's a really modern house. There's all little bits and pieces in there, and that's where it sort of stemmed from. But I don't know if you're aware, if you're a sewer, we actually did a sewing
We
version.
did.
So what have we got to now? Because we love Locket Lane so much, I haven't just put Locket Lane on as a special offer today.
Have you gone with big? Have you gone low?
I've gone with the whole Locket Lane series.
No way.
It's on the Sanntangle House web category, all special offer.
my
So this is the
word.
original. So you see, you've got all those pictures. I mean, even the stencil on the back. Should we do this on overhead, John? Do you mind?
Do you want me to move these?
Yeah, shift. Okay, so this is the original one. So you see all these different houses, and of course you start with the locket here. This is the locket, and it tells you where it was found. I'm not going to tell you where because that's a little bit of a question coming up later. But we have done a sewing version as well.
Yeah.
And I bring this one up because Helen's going to talk to you about this in a short while. So what's in the sewing version? You think, well, it's just drawing, isn't it? No, it's not. We actually created a larger stencil. Look, two of them, look.
Yeah.
So you could applique it, or you could draw around it and make bigger pictures. So it's quite a nice sort of thing there.
I'm going to show you how I've done it with the bigger.
Absolutely.
bigger
So
stencil.
on here you've got, look, this is how I've kind of done my little bits and pieces. I've added things on. Okay. Now here, as it grows, you can see I've actually sort of then created a product with it. It's a little wall hanging. So here we go. Look, I've actually got the original. Wow, look at this. Yeah, so all this is appliqued and then it's been stitched round, and of course I've brought a bit of glitter in there as well. So something you can kind of do. I've even got little tags there, a little bit of
I
it.
love this, the gingham, isn't
It's
it?
lovely, isn't it?
Gorgeous, yeah.
But then we've also got this one, different house, this is number 3.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this, all the extra bits and pieces. You can bring in the little bits of fence in there. And then this one I've actually used to create, here we go, a little folder. And again, the instructions are there showing you how to do it. Look at
I've not
this.
seen that before.
I know,
That's gorgeous.
but how lovely is that?
Yeah.
And then there's also one, you know, like for on the back of your chair or if it's in the back of your car. There's the actual locket. So again, it's been appliqued and stitched, but you've got little pockets in to do that. So you've got 3 projects in there. Plus, you've got this huge stencil or 2 stencils that actually gives you the chance to go bigger.
Brilliant.
If you want to. So with that sort of done, I'm going to move away for a little bit. We can talk
Okay.
about some of the other products in a short while because
Sure.
you need to do a little
Just
bit
do
of
a little bit.
little bit
Just
on
wanna-
these. Yeah, we've asked for hints and
show.
tips. So
Yeah.
yeah. And where would you live then?
So I absolutely am a sucker for stationery and books. So it would have to be the library in, is it Ravens Tower? I think it is.
Tower. Yeah, I know.
Absolutely love a
Yeah.
book.
Faye also mentioned that because she's
Yes.
like the. But then you could visit any
Anywhere.
world, anywhere,
Yeah.
couldn't you? Because you haven't got to open a book, and there
Yeah.
it is.
I know, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So
Foiled.
I am all over the books.
Absolutely.
Whether it doesn't matter whether it's a business book, an empty notebook, as long as it's got a nice cover, don't mind.
Doesn't matter,
And as
does
long as
it?
it's got a matching pen, I'm
Yes.
away. That's it. Sold.
Spot on.
Absolutely sold.
Oh, right,
So-
I'm going to leave you to it then.
Okay, bear with me then. I'm just getting my stencils out, and I also, Sandra, if it's all right with you, I
Now,
chose.
this has not been checked.
I think it maybe not. I
Oh.
chose 2 favourite stencils.
Oh, go on. No, that's all right then. That's all right.
So I chose
That's okay.
bookmarks as well, because
Why-
that
why?
is
Yeah.
one of my go-tos, because it's quick and easy. I can do it in my lunch break.
Uh-huh.
And also, I wanted to show people how to use that bookmark stencil slightly differently. So I've mashed up the 2.
Oh, okay.
So
That's fine.
hopefully
Yeah,
that will
looking
give
forward
you
to it.
that will give you some idea.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do then, and the other thing I wanted to talk about, that's why I mentioned it earlier, I just want to show you this, if this is okay. When Lynn started doing her stories, everybody started going mad and
Yes.
creating their own. So I started a storyboard for my version of Locket Lane. And I used the large stencil, because this is an A3 pad, but I used the large stencil to write my storyboard, because I've got a thing going on. I drew the locket here. I've got a thing going on here. It's called The Fairies of Locket Lane.
Oh, okay.
And I've written this for my granddaughter, and it's got her name in it
Oh,
as
how
well.
lovely is that?
So here you can see where I've used the stencils, a bit over, is that
yeah,
right?
it's got a bit more.
Um,
That's it.
I've used the stencils and I've drawn my version of the map of Locket Lane and where each of the fairies live, and I've written their names on. And then I went with the large version because this is where my story starts.
Oh.
So this is what I'm going to talk about today in my quick
So,
session.
just a quick, what is the difference in size between that one?
So
the original?
it's 20% bigger.
Right, okay.
So it is-
It's just an idea.
If
so
you see, let me flip
it's
over.
definitely an A4 piece, that, isn't it?
Yeah, see, look at the difference.
Yeah.
So there's the big one, there's the smaller one.
Absolutely.
So the smaller one, or the original, you can do on A4, easy,
Absolutely,
and A5.
yeah.
But I did go to A3 for the slightly bigger versions,
Yeah.
and absolutely love working with this. So
Brilliant. It's
I've
lovely, isn't it?
got a whole storybook going
Yeah.
on here. At one point, we'll work on
Absolutely, yeah. And I think it's something worth mentioning as well. If you're not into your sewing, but you do like Locket Lane, you think I haven't got that large piece, but I would like it. I have on the website put that on as a separate stencil.
it. Oh,
So
okay.
if you only
so-
want to buy the stencil, then you
Okay.
can do, because of course you can use your instructions from the original Locket Lane.
Yeah.
You've got the base, the shapes, like you say, they're 20% bigger.
Yeah.
So you
It's
can
so
kind of
nice
do that.
to
It's not a
draw.
problem. Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, I keep saying I can't draw a straight line with a ruler, you know, I keep saying this. Partly because of my glasses, everybody. It's not because I've got, well, maybe I've got dodgy eyes, I don't know. But this I found so much easier to work with because it's slightly larger
Yeah,
as well.
and it is actually
did
in full
help.
colour. The sewing ones are usually in
Yeah.
colour, whereas the others aren't.
Yeah.
It's a cost.
And it's
thing.
personal choice as well,
Yeah,
I
it
think,
is.
what works for you.
Yeah.
So I want to work with number 7, Locket Lane, just in case you're wondering what number house this one is. It's the toadstool, and it's really straightforward. So let me move this to one side for a second. And I've already started to do some work on this one already, but I want to show you how you can actually enhance, I think is the word, with a couple of hints and tips. So what I did then, I went with the larger stencil, I drew around the base, always do a vertical, no, horizontal line. I will get that right. Always, I
Depends which
always
way you're
draw.
looking at it from.
Yeah, it's
doesn't
my
it?
glasses. Always do a horizontal line. That's really important. So you've got everything grounded. Do it in pencil because you might not need it in pen later. And then I've drawn in pencil all the way around. And then I brought the top piece, the toadstool top down, over my base, my main house, and drew around that in pen. And in pen I went all the way over because you don't need to really do much more. If you want to do bumpy, this is the bit that I did want to share. If you want to do little bumpy bits to make it look a bit more realistic, then do your outline in pencil and then bring it in pen and follow it around and do it that way. And then I went to the second stencil and I drew in my door, and I did that with pen straight away. And then I did my little windows, and I think I chose the smallest arch for the windows. And then I did my aura, just to give it a little bit of depth and make it look a bit more real. And then also, what is really good, the way these stencils have been designed, let me move this out of the way for you. You can see the larger, where everything fits. So this is the two shapes I've just used. And then I decided I wanted to do another little toadstool in front. So I used these two shapes. There's the body of your house, there's your mushroom top or your toadstool top. Here is the pumpkin house with the big pointy hat, as I call it. And then you've got your other shapes, your clouds for the trees to come through and all of that. So that is where I started, and we ended up with something like this. And I managed to, because I did this one in pencil, I managed to get this in front of my main toadstool mushroom house. But what I then decided to do was bring in my bookmark stencil. And because I wanted, so what happens is, and I've seen it happen before, but people who come to my class sometimes, I'll say, right, we're going to do some colouring now. And they find it a little bit, sometimes if our piece is large, they don't want to colour all of it. So we want to put a pop of colour and some shading in. But I wanted to decorate my toadstool house. My house, where I live, with the wonderful Jeff, is cladded on the front. So I wanted to try and create a cladding effect on the front of my toadstool house to make it look different, this is going to go into my storybook as well. So I used my bookmark stencil because we have a raft of dots on it. And this is for making your bookmark designs. But these shapes are larger and they work with the larger applique sewing Locket Lane stencil. And it seemed to work quite well. So all I did was, is my voice going? Is it a bit iffy? Yeah. Sorry everyone, I'll try and sort that out. And I laid my dots over the shape, and you can see through the stencil, so you know where you're going. Draw all my little dots in, and I did in pencil go over my doors and windows, so I've got an idea of where I'm headed with this. But when you do it in pen, you will, and I'll show you how to do that, you will actually avoid your windows in your doors because you don't want it to look like it's got chicken pox or measles. So I managed to do that, and as you can see now, I'm going to just, this pattern is really popular with a lot of people, and it's a lot of people's favourites. I will move over because I'm really good at leaning the wrong way. And I'm going to join my circles, go around the dot and join it. And then so I've gone over the top, so now I'm going to go around the dot and underneath. And then I'm going to go around the dot and over the top. And then I'm going to do the same on the next row. So because I've gone over here, I'm going to go under, but because it's going into the window, I'm not going to bother with that because I'll rub those out afterwards. But this is partially over the window. So I'm going to go over and stop at my window frame. And then I'm going to go under, round the bubble and under. And there's a little bit there that needs to go over. And there's some here, you can see the dot in the window frame. I'm going to go, so that would be over, under, so this is going to be over. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same all the way down. Once I've done that, so that's going to go over, round the bubble and over, round the bubble and under. That's going to go under, but only stopping at my frame. Then you would go over, under, over, and this is going to go under. And once you've got that over and under pattern going in your head, you've got a repeating process. Then I want to join them up. So I'm going to go to the side, or if we go that way, I'm going under. This side is going over. And I'm just going to work my way around, stopping at the window frame, making sure that it's building up the pattern. And this one, because that one has gone under, this one's going to go over, and that one is going to go under. And you can start to see now where it's building, which is really cute. Really like this one. And you will work all your way down the toadstool, and you will just use these holes, these little bubbles, sorry, in your doorway and your window as a guide, and you will carry on all the way through. And then the other thing that I wanted to do is bring in the other shapes on the bookmark stencil. So even if you've only got the Locket Lane stencil and your bookmark stencil, you can create something a bit different. So with this one, I think it was shape 15 I went with here, and I drew a loop. I drew round the loop when I was having a practice and planning it. And then let me just work out where shape 15 is. Then I flipped it over because I wanted this leaf to go behind the toadstool house. So I wanted to do it like that. And you can still see my pencil lines, but that doesn't matter where I was practicing. And then in the middle, a couple of V's, that's all we need really, just to give it some detail. And then I decided I wanted maybe some flowers. Now, yes, we've got our red circle stencil, ruler, sorry, the red circle ruler. But this one, the bookmark stencil's got different size circles on it. So I thought they fitted better with proportions for this picture that I'm doing. So I went with, I think this is number 11, I think it was, that I wanted to do. And then I wanted number 3. So I just drew them randomly around my picture, just to see and try and just give it a little bit of extra detail. And once I've done my circles, put your stem in. And it doesn't matter which direction they're going in. This will come up here behind. And this will go this way, to the right. And this is very curved and going over like it's blowing over in the wind. Once you've done that, then you know most of us know how to do flowers now, the fantasy flowers. And then we will divide up the space. If you want the flower to look like it's blowing in the wind, let me show you what I mean by that. If you want to give it a bit of movement, don't put your bubble in the centre. Put it off centre somewhere. Divide it up. All of this is in pencil still. Divide it up. And I'll just put a few in. And then what you can do is get your pen and follow your guidelines. So I'm going to just do a normal flower shaped petal, nothing special. I'm not doing wavy lines or anything. Just following those pencil lines and curving it at the top. But because you've got larger spaces and smaller spaces, it looks like it's moving in the breeze, which I think is brilliant. And I'll just draw, let's just get my stem in so you can see where I've gone. So I thought it'd be really nice to show you how to do this. Let's have this one going the opposite way. Okay, we'll just rub that bit out. Make sure your pen dries before you go near it when you're rubbing things out. And when you divide it up, start where your bubble is in the middle. Don't start in the middle to divide it up. So we do exactly the same again. And these are going to be smaller because it's a smaller bubble that we started with. And this time I'm just going to go around again, follow it down, go over and over, use those guidelines. And it doesn't matter if you lose the shape of your petal, it's not a problem. But you can see now we've got a movement going on. But because now the flower is leaning over towards the left, that stem isn't quite right. So I'm going to bring it up this way somehow and just get it looking like it's blowing the right way. And you would do that with all your flowers. And I've created those from the bookmark stencil, created the cladding from the bookmark stencil as well. And then I wanted to show you quickly a little bit of shading. You might have to remind me about time, you guys, because I'm...
Yeah, time.
Is it time?
Yeah.
No, it is not. It is not.
It is.
No.
You're a minute over, Helen.
Oh, you have
But
to
you know
wait.
what? That's okay.
Let me just show you quickly what I've done.
That's
so
okay.
you do the shading. Use your tortillon as well. You know how to use the tortillon. If the other tip I've got today, Sandra, is shading. If you think you can't ease off the pressure, lift your tortillon off the page and go back in.
Oh.
And it brings the pressure off and it's a bit lighter as you bring that shading into the middle.
Right.
Okay, and I'll quickly show you the cladding. See, I've got an upgraded
Now we're on
toadstool
cladding.
now. And then this is one that I wanted to show you. This is what Nikki did, her version of it, of the
nice.
toadstools. So We've got Dobby's boot there, or sock, sorry, and I think that's Tommy's, that's Leslie's, this is where you and John live, and so on. It's great, isn't it? But I just thought I'd share that with you.
Oh, nice.
And then quickly, the bookmarks, we're talking about black.
Yes.
Done this with the stencil, the bookmark stencil, and all the white gel pen.
Nice.
Remember as well, pressure on a gel pen, don't press too hard, it'll stop the flow.
Absolutely not. And we do have those back in stock. We don't have a massive amount, but we have those. And we have the white ones. And we have the little books.
We've got everything
And
going on.
I know, and the 25.4 centimetre squares and the 30 centimetre square books as well. They're all in stock and on the website.
So we've got everything going
We
on.
have. Thank you so much for that.
You are welcome.
I think well,
What
shall
do
we
you wanna do?
now? Shall we do a question? Let's just read the 3 questions out.
Yeah. Okay.
Again.
We
Then
can.
and then we'll do a little bit. And then we'll come back and we'll do question 4 in a short while.
Sure.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Let you do it.
read all 3?
Yes, you do one. I'll do one.
Okay, so we'll recap then. Question 1. Why is Locket Lane called Locket Lane? Is it because a locket was found there? Or is it because someone named Locket owned the strip of land it was built on? Or was it because someone thought it was a good name?
I know. So all you have to do is you have to write down which number you think it is. Not the whole thing, just the number, because you're going to add the numbers up.
Yeah.
Right, question 2. Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
What number in Locket Lane is the set of 3 family houses that sit on top of 3 tree trunks? Is it number 1, 33, number 2, 45, or number 3, 27?
Who knows?
I know.
Who knows
I
the
know, because I
secret?
wrote it, so it's all good. So, yeah, number 3.
Number 3. Why was a house locked in a jar in Halloween Hollow?
Can you remember that?
I do.
I know,
I do.
locked in a jar.
So, was it because it had chicken pox?
What are you laughing at?
Because that could be it.
Could be.
Was it because a science experiment was conducted there and it went wrong? Ooh,
Yeah, or
could be. Or it was cheaper on fuel bills as it improved ventilation. The choice is yours.
could be. This day and age, it could be, couldn't
couldn't
it?
it? Anything.
So I wouldn't sort of show that because you've ticked the answers.
Yeah, but they're wrong. The answers are wrong.
So with that in mind, I think we need a bit of a teacher challenge now. So we're kind of gonna move over, and they've all got a bit of cardstock, a bit of cartridge paper. They've got their pen, their pencil, their tortillon. They have had no idea what we're going to do.
Not
but it's
a
going to be a
clue.
bit of fun. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them on here and show you all, and you're going to pick a number. And it's just purely this is for kudos, really. So we'll So I'll see you in a short while.
Thank you.
So what I've done, I've been through. Now the Locket Lane stuff, as I said, on offer today. I mean, I just did everything. If you're in the market for one of them, they're normally $21.99. I've put them down to, I don't know if I should say on air because John's listening, $15.99. So yeah, if you want, they're on there, but they're not going to be there forever. So anyway, so what I've done here is John wants just to turn it over to the Zoom here. I've actually gone through a couple of Locket Lane of series, and I've got 20 different patterns or things there. Even the mouse. And what I'm going to do, guess what I've got? Now I've got 4 there. The reason I brought 4 is because I've put them on the website, and just to show you, they're all beautiful. But if you order one, they're half price today. You are going to get a random one. We can't sort of pick and choose colour. We just pick one out. So there's only a few on there, but if you want one, they're there. So I'm going to go with this blue one. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to roll the dice, and then I'm going to give them. How long do you reckon we should give them, John? 60 seconds.
No chance.
60 seconds to draw something. They have no idea what's coming. There's nothing prep. There's nothing planned. Apart from the fact that they're all stood there now thinking, oh my goodness me. Ready with a pen. I don't even think they're going to go in with pencil, to be honest. I think it's just going to go there. So, okay. Are we good for this? Are we ready? Okay. Number 10. Which is, John, do you want to zoom in? Number 10. Okay, 60 seconds. They're going to have to draw something using
See what it is.
this. Come on. You're playing for time there. 60 seconds starting now. Go. Oh.
I see it.
It's easy, that one. Easy. It's easy when you don't have to challenge. Are you doing this at home as well? Are you going to have a go and see what you come up with? That would be quite funny, wouldn't it? Just to sort, especially if we all end up with the same thing. I see they're all like sort of hiding their work. They're not showing each other. They're not sharing. You know.
Not having that.
No, they're not copying. Nobody's allowed to copy.
I got in trouble at school once for
Did you?
copying.
That's 30 seconds, Helen.
It wasn't me. She
It wasn't me. No, that's what I thought. That's what they all say. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me, sir.
Right, okay. So we're not far off now. We've got about 15 seconds to go. Here we go. Not long now. We're down to 10. I can't wait to see what they do. And we're almost there. You're going to have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down or up or whatever. Ooh, breather. Well, you will say they're all bright red now. Right, you ready? We'll do another one.
It's the makeup, it's not me.
Oh, I'll do that here so you can see it so I'm not cheating. 17.
Okay.
17.
Can you point to it?
Here we go.
Sandra, can you point to it on the
Yep.
sheet so I can see it? Zoom in, please, Sean.
Yeah, it's done it. There was a little time delay. It's there. There we go. So I'm going to start your time. Are you ready? Hang on a minute. I'm going to start your time. Oh, they're already started. Now, 60 seconds. Now you have actually got to put the bubbles in that sort of strip, in that line. You can't just have bubbles random
Oh.
everywhere.
Too late.
We're going to have to put lots of lines in. Who do we think's going to win? Have we got a favourite? You know, do we think we're going to have Michelle's coming in with something fantastic here, or is Nikki going to sort of just beat her to it? Or
Knock it out the park.
is Jan going to have all the shading and the intricacy in, or is Helen just going to go, here, I've just drawn the whole page?
I'm just going round.
Depends who's a bit quicker, doesn't it? It's always one when you're under a bit of pressure, you don't quite know what's going on. So please, I want to see what you're doing as well at home. If you're going to post pictures and let us know, that's going to be really fun. Just to sort of see, and then you can sort of, do you know, actually, it's kind of nice sometimes to just describe a pattern. If you describe it, the amount of people that do something different. There we go. Hi, Viv. And that's 60 seconds. Pens up. All right, okay, here we go again. Viv, we're going to have to read you the questions out again because you've been the chance to win something. So here we go. Already, that's right. Oh, come on, they're tortioni, and I don't know if that's against the rules.
I've got nothing on it.
Right, here we go. Number, and that has got a dot there. Number 9.
What's
All right, it's a swirl.
What kind of swirl?
It's a swirl.
Which one?
No, which is number 9?
Here we go. Swirl. This one's it. Yeah, you could have loads of these. You can have them big. You can have them small. Whatever you want to do with this. Just one huge one. You could have a small. I'm going to give you them ideas now. You could have a snail if you wanted to. Yeah. We've got little critters coming up in a little bit.
Oh, I love the snail off that little critter.
Absolutely.
It's brilliant.
Here we go. So 60 seconds again. How's this going?
What's happening?
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Is that nearly 60 seconds? I reckon it is almost.
No, you're cutting the time.
No, I'm not cutting. I'm not.
Yeah,
I want the mouse to come up. Well, I've got an extra pen mark there. Oh, no, it's a bit of rubber. I thought you were going to have to draw that and then add the dot in as well. Right, that's it. Pens down. Let's do it again. How many of these? Shall we do 2 more? We'll do 2 more. Come on, 2 more. They look shattered. I'm working them to death for you. Okay. Number 16. What's 16? Oh, it's this one. Nice little flower, this. Yeah,
Which one?
this one.
Can you point to
Yeah,
it?
it's a little bubble with a curved line and 2 little
What?
leaves. What do you mean? What? 60 seconds? I might even give you less for this. Come on. Come on. Right.
Come on, girls, we've got this. We've got this.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're getting quite competitive now. It's going. It's going. All right.
Something stronger than coffee.
Here we go. All right. Almost there.
No, 10 seconds.
Almost there. Oh, see, Marie says she's biased, Jan.
Oh, Jan.
But she's like then sitting on the fence saying she loves you all. That's like, come on.
She loves us all.
There we go. Yeah, yeah. You owe her a £5 later though, Jan. That's what it is. Yeah, right, okay, last one. Pens up, come on. Come on. Oh, they are. Getting the last second in. All right, here's the last one. Are you ready? Last one. 11. Yes, it's that one. I did want the mouse, I'm not going to lie, but number 11. It's the sort of the little alien kind of looking little guy thing. There we are. See, this is it, everybody. I've not given them the drawings up front, so they didn't know what was coming. Number 11. This little like alien kind of thing going on. Type of leaf-ish thing. Something. Do I need to get them to submit later and then it'll be like, what went well? Even better if. See teacher.
See me later.
Absolutely. All sorts of things we can do here. I don't know. It's funny. What house would we live in, John? Would we live in Lockett Lane? Would we live in a manor? Or would we be like right out in the sticks up at Churn Farm? Yeah, John was like, yeah, way past Churn Farm in the fields.
Maureen was saying about living on a farm.
Yeah, Sapphire Skies. She's actually in it. Her and her hubby own the farmhouse. And if you haven't got Sapphire Skies, there's quite a lot of the story in there. And it talks about where the jewels come from for the locket. And it gives you a little bit of an insight into why perhaps the lady with the locket isn't around. I know some of you think she's a wife, but I never said that. Right, pens up, come on, that's it. Right, okay, just put your name on the back so we can't see. We don't want any cheating going on here.
I think she's buried under the patio.
I know what it's like. Oh, right, come on then, let's have these pictures over. Bring them over. Come on. Come on. Doesn't matter, nobody's going to see. I'm going to take them off and then I'm going to make... Hey, Helen.
I'm just writing the title of giving it a name and everything.
Oh, do you know, I don't know if we can show that now though, because everybody knows that's yours. That's cheating. Yeah, is that cheating? Here we go, look. So to be fair, I didn't give you one. Yeah, you don't have to. So we're going to number them. Here we go. Let's put them there. So number 1, number 2. Shall I write it on in pencil so we know? Yeah. Number 1. This is the cheat because you know whose that one is. Yeah. That's number 2. That's number 3. Now I didn't give them a chance to torture you on or anything there, and it was a little bit pressured. But I want you to pick any of you out there. See, Maureen said she didn't even know she owned a farmhouse in Sapphire Skies. Do you not read? I spend all that time writing these stories. Do you not read them? What's going on? But yeah, she's worth a fortune. She grows gems, and she's like, yeah, I didn't know. I'd be getting onto your lawyer there, I tell you. So pick 1, 2, 3 or 4. It's just for kudos. Just let us know which one you like or which one you think's something decent.
Helen's cheated.
She has to be fair. I mean, should we like just sort of like, you know, disqualify her? I don't know. Well, we've got a couple of number 2s coming in, but we don't know whose that one is. Another 2. That's 3 2s. Anybody for anything else? We don't. Oh, it might. Oh, number 4. Go on, Wendy. Go on. So number 2's in the lead there.
It is. It's in the lead.
Got number 4. Oh, Maureen, I'll let you off then. She didn't have the stencil.
Oh, bless. Okay.
We'll let you off. You can get it today. Get it today, Maureen. While John's let me put them on offer. Oh, we've got a bit of a 2 and a 4 here now. I've sort of lost track. 2s and 4s. Oh, 4. Oh, see, look, Patty's up. I told you it was early. Thank you. And Shelley's there. Hi, girls. We've got 4s.
2s or more.
What do we think? 2s or more? We got. Chris, have we got more 2s?
Yeah, 2.
2 looks like a funny slug. Oh my God! I think. Oh, see, Leslie and Jeff have gone for number 2 as well. Yeah. Do we think? Are we going to declare number 2 the winner?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, shall we? Well, we know it's not Helen's because she cheated and told you all she'd put her name on. Yeah, we've got 2s going on. So number 2s. Do you want to declare?
It was me.
You can have your pictures back if you really want them.
Really?
I'll give.
I'll pass, thanks.
Oh, what are you like?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so I think a quick recap of what we've kind of done
Can
this
I
morning.
win? Can I win? Where's that
No,
tape?
you don't win anything. No, you can't win that. That's for those.
Oh.
Dobby, tell her.
She's frisking me now on
No,
the way out.
absolutely. Yeah, we're going to be checking them, I can tell you. So a couple of things then. So let's have a look at our schedule. Can't get the staff, can you?
Sorry.
So we've kind of done that. So I think now we're going to sort of we're going to have a little bit from Michelle, because you've not seen much of her. She's like, they're all quite thinking they'll forget me. So Michelle, where would you live in Lockett Lane?
Well,
Come on in.
Shall we move out?
Yeah, get out. Go on.
Right. Oh gosh.
Helen thought she got in my house first, Raven's Tower, but I've decided she can live downstairs and I'm going to have the upstairs penthouse. So sorry, Helen.
No, 'cause all the good books are upstairs.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't. Yeah, but you. To be fair, when you draw your own pictures, you can make it wherever you want, can't you? So if you want a penthouse,
Absolutely.
You can
With
have
all
a
my
pen-
books.
you can
Yeah.
have a penthouse. That's absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do? Do you want me to leave you to it?
I just need to get my thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. You're guests now. We've got crew. Come on, girls, sort yourselves out. Bring
Right at the very end of the table.
right at the end, right by the outside door, almost. Absolutely.
Yeah. Quick escape.
Yeah.
you got stuff.
Do you know what? Tell us what stencil did you pick? Which one do you?
So, I picked
I mean,
the collection of books, hence why I deserve to live in Raven Tower more than Helen.
Competition.
So, I've had a love of books since my mum tells me I could read when I was 2 or 3, so I believe her.
You remember? Would you remember it too?
I do remember reading.
Hey, I'm just having
yeah.
me nice back.
Yes. And just a quick story. Yes, please. Just a quick story. My mum was at home helping in the holidays. We had to go with her. And we always were very well behaved. And there was an old lady she looked after. And she had all these Dickens books. And she used to let me read them when I was there. And then one day I went. And they're really old Dickens books in the leather-bound covers.
Nice. Yeah.
She presented me with all the books. And
Oh,
said-
wow.
And I've still got them today, so that's
Wow.
I'm nearly 60, so I've had those books
Yeah.
about 50 years. So, yeah. So I've always had a love of reading.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So this is why this one then. It is a lovely one, and it's one of those that I think it's only ever been on air once or twice maybe, and it's
Yeah.
got such lovely little hints to things in it. So you've got the little monster in the book.
Yeah.
And things sort of toppling over, and you could call them and name them whatever you want to do. And of course, you could do your own little thing with it. So I'm going to leave it to you, so
Thank
you
you.
can sort of do a little bit. I'm just going to show you a couple of little hints and tips. I'm going to take my my stuff away, and I'll leave you to it.
Brilliant.
So we kind of want to be under there, but John's going to switch it. There you go, look.
Yeah.
So you can see where you are.
Brilliant.
It's all yours. Thank you
Okay.
ever so much, Michelle.
So this
Go
is
for it.
the stencil, the book for the stencil, and I'll just quickly show you the stencils. And as Sandra always says, when you get your stencils and it tells you to number them, don't just pick any random numbers yourself.
Somebody has done that. I know I laugh about it, and you know I love you dearly, whoever it was, but I'm not going to ever say your name, but it was just really funny.
Yeah.
I know I bring it up every time, but no, it is.
So yeah, so there's quite a lot on this one. You get 2 stencils with the book. There's so many ideas you can use with those, so that's brilliant. And of course, as we always know, there's lots of ideas from Sandra. And if you're looking, here's one of the stencils and the other one is just here for numbering. Okay? So I'll show you the first one I did, which is from the book. And you can put any name of books you want, but I'm a big Agatha Christie fan. So all my books are named after Agatha Christie novels. So that I quite enjoyed doing. And it's got shading and use of the white chalk pencil, which really makes things pop. But you can call your books whatever you want. So that's one of the examples I did. I then looked through the tiles. Now there are quite a few tiles that Sandra's done that includes books, and again, sorry, it's a bit shiny, that one, because I used white gel pen.
It's alright, I'm sure John can zoom in a bit. That was a hint. From a wife to a husband.
That looks better. So my 3 loves in life are reading, crocheting and Sanntangle. So these are all
Not in
around.
that order.
Sorry, Sanntangle, crocheting and reading. Yeah, so when I did this one, this is, and I've got 3 cats, so all about my cats. But yeah, I just really love the book idea. So that's that. Oh, I should know what tile that was. I've got it written down
you're
somewhere.
the one who does the PDF.
Yes, I do. In fact, I've got it here. It is tile number 165. So if you're looking to do that one, it's tile number 165. So I'm just going to quickly show you what I'm going to do with this one that I've started. And I'm also going to be using these coloured fine liners, which are absolutely brilliant. So what I've done here, this again is from the collection of books, but I've put my own little twist on it. Sandra does one where there's monsters' teeth coming out of the books. I decided to do, I love doing the tassels. But the bit I'm going to show you is just this little bit at the bottom. So the idea is that I'm going to use the same pattern throughout, but do it in different colours. Purple is my favourite colour. I'm going to use a green and I'm going to use a blue. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my pencil, and I'm just going to split this section this off. So I'm going to do one in the middle, and then each of those halves I'm going to separate. So I've got 4 sections all similar. Okay. Now I'm going to be very brave and use my pen straight away. I remember when I first started, the first few times I did classes with Sandra, I was like, I can't use a pen. It was really frightening, but now I go with the pen first quite a lot of the time. So I'm going to draw a bubble in the middle. I like this one because it's really easy but very effective. And then I'm going to go round and into the corner. Now, my top tip, always turn the paper, the tile or the card or whatever you're using. When you try to do it at an awkward angle, that's when you probably get a bit frustrated. So always turn your work. And so now I'm going to do one into that corner, turn my work, into that corner, turn my work. Okay. And then all I'm going to do from that is aura, put an aura inside in the same colour in each of those sections. Like I say, I like the ones that are nice and simple to do but are quite effective. Okay, I'm going to leave it for now. I might decide to put something else in when I've finished all 4. So I'll just show you one more. I'm going to put these lines in pen now because I'm happy with the spacing. So I'm going to do a green one next. So again, you bubble in the middle. Sorry, that was a bit...
Those pens are lovely, aren't they?
They are gorgeous. They're
And they're not
so
too
nice.
thick either.
No, I'm not sure.
And it says on
They
the...
do say they're a 5,
They're
but
not,
but
no.
they're great.
I've
They're
tried
really
them
nice.
alongside the black fine liner, and they're almost identical.
Yeah.
And honestly, and that, of course, you can spritz them.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Oh no, you actually, because the black there is going to stay put completely, but you're doing that on there. If you spritz them, it'll make them sort of move a little bit, so you get a bit of a watercolour effect with them.
Well, there
So
you
it'll
go.
still keep you the lines that you've drawn, but it'll let it run a little bit and sort of create a wonderful background. You have to have a look at a couple of tiles I've done it on, but the art class 2, I actually went through how to do it in that stencil.
Ah, right,
So
okay.
there's a dragon on there. I recall I animated the dragon. It looked beautiful. I'm sure it's on Facebook, that is, but
So there you go, another top tip. So, you know, if you thought you'd like to do a bit more than just have a black pen, get yourself a set of these because they are brilliant. I use them all the time.
did you mention how you got the books all different angles? You know, we're drawing it.
So, if I show you the one at the bottom, what you have to do is really think about where you're positioning them. There's a couple of times I put it on and drew it and I thought, no, that book's all over the place. So the one at the bottom, as you can see, is number 19.
Yeah, so it's
And-
on the stencil, isn't it? You've
yeah.
got like little angled lines.
So here, so those are the two at the bottom, that one and that one. And then you need the other stencil because they're slightly smaller. And on this one, I used number 54.
So John's rolling his eyes because when I
Why?
said to him I wanted angled lines for books, he was like, oh, can you not just have like a square? I'm like, no, I don't want just a square. I need the angles. Like, I'm supposed to do that.
And John always does as he's told, don't you, John?
Well, it does. Yeah.
And
That's a good question. Do you think about shading before or after your projects? That's what Jeff's asking.
For me, I don't plan the shading till I see what the final look looks like, and then I think about where I want to put the shading or if I want to colour. This one I'm going to put colours in eventually.
So is there a plan at all?
I
Shall we
guess-
ask the others? 'Cause
I guess there should be, because
Do we have a plan about shading? What do we all think? Yeah, because the question is, do you think about shading before or after your project? So, do you plan at all, or you don't plan at all? You just wait and see what happens.
Monochrome and then just pop a colour in.
So,
that
do you
case.
put your monochrome on first and then your colours?
In that case, but
Yeah.
normally I would colour first and then go in with the
Ah,
monochrome.
see, yeah. So,
I might go the other way, so I'll put the pop of colour in,
Yeah.
and I'll shade the rest.
okay. Any reason why? I mean, I'm not putting you on the spot, but
No,
is there a-
only because once my colour's in, I've got a final picture almost, of
Yeah.
what a final drawing,
yeah.
and then I'll have my shading to finish it off, if you like.
Yeah,
Make
yeah,
it
kind of thing.
3D.
Yeah, you've got to think. I suppose shading. I don't think about it too much until I've drawn it, just like everybody else does, because you don't always know how the final piece is going to come out. Even when I create a stencil, I'll sketch it, the image first, then we create the stencil, then I redraw it, and I might change things as I go. So I can't really plan it ahead. But I would put coloured pencil in first and then pencil if I was going to shade it. And the only reason I'd do that is because your coloured pencil isn't going to move where your pencil shading is.
Yeah.
So if you spent an hour doing your pencil shading, then you've got to lean on it and go into the middle to put a pop of colour in a gem. It's going to smudge unless you put a fixative in. You can put a fixative on it and then go back in.
Yeah.
But that's the way I would do. I don't always do that on a tile because I try and give you options. Sean, can you just switch us, please? Wake up. You little tinky bell. So yeah, on tiles when I do live, sometimes I'll do a bit of both
yeah.
because you're never quite sure what people like, and I try and give you the option that you could do it any way you like. But that's the way I do it, purely because it means you're not smudging. I suppose if you think about it, if you are going to be potentially smudged, because you're left-handed.
No, right-handed.
I don't know whether it matters to you whether you're left or right, but I'll use the stencil or a piece of paper and I'll put it over my work.
Yeah.
and then lean on that, and then I find that you don't get as much.
Because otherwise you end up with all your hand dark grey,
You do,
don't
yeah,
you?
and then you
you're
get
making
this
a
horrible mess all over the place.
Yeah,
Because we're using a 2B pencil, it's really tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Because we're going to get that smudge, especially using decent cartridge paper.
We've got
So,
some comments left.
Oh, go on.
Ladies. So
Oh, what?
Deborah, teacher Deborah. stand
Teacher
by,
Deborah.
stand by. Hi Deborah. She
Took
says, shade to give depth to your picture. Wendy Frederick, I do the drawing, then think about whether I want all colour or a pop, and then do the graphite.
Yeah,
Similar
yeah.
to what we do. Yeah.
Yeah, is that it? I thought there was loads.
And
I was like, brace them.
now, hang on, Vicky. She plans to the nth degree, bless her.
Oh yes, that's Vicky. Yeah, and I know she mentioned Angie as well with the fine line of pens. Angie is my creative team.
Yeah.
It's me and Angie. Hi Angie. And she does a lot. What I'll do, I'll send her my photo of my sketchbook and the stencil maybe, or a PDF, and I go, this is what I'm doing, and she goes, okay. So what she'll do is, well, I draw the images so you can copy them. So you've got these instructions and you can follow along. And then Angie sort of takes it to that next level and says, look, once you've got the basics and the structure, this is what you can do. So she's done quite a lot with those pens, and she's spritzed to high heaven, hasn't she, really? Angie's got more time on her hands than I have. So, yeah, but we love her for it.
I think
absolutely.
it also depends as well what colour your card is, or whether you've done a wash over it, or like Nikki just putting that wallpaper in this morning just made the whole world a difference, didn't it? So sometimes less is more. I know you've said that to us,
absolutely.
haven't you, Sandra?
And that's why we've started including background stencils in with some of the stencils.
Yeah.
So the new on the shelf one, I know John was like, really? We've gone for a really thin kind of mylar, and that means that you're going to be really gentle with it, and you can kind of use a brush. You know, the brushes that my mother gives me for makeup, and I use but you can use a brush, and you can literally just brush it until you're getting a very subtle background, so it's starting to give you a bit more depth. So we've not put it in for any other. I only ever do something if it's worth doing.
Absolutely.
And there's a reason behind it, and that's the reason. So you've got a nice subtle finish, and so the background sort of comes to life.
Yeah.
But you're not doing much work.
So one more comment on this. Rose, bless her.
Hey Rose.
I like shading by doing dots first for extra depth.
Yes, good one.
Good
Interesting.
Yeah. Did have a while back. I used to have a pen that you could put on a battery in and switch it on, and it drew loads of dots.
Oh.
It was amazing. I bet you could still get them. I bet I've still got it.
You probably can.
It was that, and Shirley Holt, I'm calling you out if you're there, Shirley, because she showed me the pen and I ended up buying it because she was in a class. And it literally does all those dots, so it might be a bit of fun. You'd have to practice it a bit. But if you're working on a really big picture, because I have, is it here, John, or is it home, my saxophone?
I'm not sure.
I'll find it and I'll take a picture. I did a picture of a saxophone. It was bigger, just a bit bigger than A3. And I did it all in different colours, and it was all dots.
Oh, wow.
All of it. It was my original Yamaha, remember?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's here.
You got through about 5 packs of pens.
Yeah, because I used felt tip pens, and it was like but yeah, I'll find that out and I'll show you. But yeah, the dots will give it depth, and I have kind of started doing a little bit of that.
Pointillism.
Ooh,
Yeah, it
get
is,
John!
I used
He's
to
well
teach
cut
that when
now.
I was a teacher, pointillism. It was one of the art forms.
Do you know,
we
it's something a
used.
bit more animated. I've given him some sugary sweets. That's what it is. Oh, so yeah. So thanks so much for that.
You're welcome.
It's
Thank
really
you.
nice. I think Alan's going to join me now. We're just going to do. Yeah, I think we'll just go through the products we've done today and just give you an idea of where we're at with it. Thank you so much. Have you
You're
enjoyed
welcome.
that?
I have enjoyed it. Yeah,
I hope
thank
you've
you.
enjoyed it out there, because it's all right me doing it, but you know, everybody goes, oh, it looks dead easy when Sandra does it. But of course, you know, having other people in, it just really, it's
Yeah,
really
it's
lovely.
nice.
So
Thank
you
you.
for coming. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Give her a round of applause.
All right, I'll get the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, or I could just sweep it off on the floor. Yeah, come on in, because are you going to bring some products with you?
What do you want me
Yeah,
to bring?
actually, bring more. Yeah, actually, I think what we'll do as well, let's just go back through the questions, because if you weren't here at the beginning, we were doing a little bit of a competition about Lockett Lane, and the idea is we've got 5 questions here, so we're going through each one as we go, and all you've got to do is you've got to work out whether it's 1, 2, or 3, And then all you're going to do is write down the number. So if you think it's the right answer is number 1, you write number 1. So question 2, the answer's number 2, you write number 2.
Yeah.
And then when you get all 5 questions, you add those numbers up. And you're going to post the final number, so get your maths right. I did have them checked, so my number's right. And then we've got a little bit, we're going to do, because, no, she's left to me, and Nikki tried to
I was
nick
going
them.
to say, I saw her trying to grab them.
A tin of Hannah Mooley watercolour. Oh, they're fabulous. They're so nice to work on. So we're going to send you a pack of those. So question 1, I'm just going to do 3. Did we do 3? Have we done 4 yet? We'll do 3, and then we'll do the 4th, okay?
Yeah.
4th one's 8. Right, okay, question 1. Why is Locket Lane called Locket Lane? Is it number 1, because a locket was found there?
It was.
Number
It
2,
was.
because someone named Locket owned the strip of land it was built on. Number 3, because someone thought it was a good name.
Well, it is a good name.
Could have
It's a
been.
good
Yeah,
name.
well, there's only one answer. You
Oh,
can only have
okay.
one answer. All right,
Right.
question 2. What number in Locket Lane is the set of 3 family houses that sit on top of 3 tree trunks? Is it number 1, 33, number 2, 45, and number 3, 27? So is it number 33, number 45, or number 27? You need to write down 1, 2, or 3. Question 3. It's like being back and teaching.
It is.
isn't it?
I'm having palpitations here. I'm not liking this.
Why was a house, I love this, why was a house locked in a jar in Halloween Hollow?
Yeah.
Who thought about that? Who thought that up? Why was a house locked in a jar in Halloween Hollow? Number 1, is it because it had got chicken pox?
Maybe.
Stop laughing. It's true.
Maybe.
Number 2, a science experiment was conducted there and it went wrong.
Possibly.
Or number 3, it was cheaper on fuel bills as it improved the ventilation.
Well, you know, you've got to keep up with modern prices and all
Alright,
that.
okay. Number 4 then. This is a new one. Number 4. You ready for this? Okay. Pens at the ready. Are we taking part in this, by the way? Because I've not seen any posts saying I've got them. I know Mitch was asking. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to be able to post a number yet because you've got to hear all 5 questions. Are you loving it? Are you enjoying this? Okay. Well, we are. So it's fine. Okay. Richie Edwards. Who on earth? Richie Edwards. And what's that got to do with Locket Lane? So here we go. Richie Edwards, a guitarist in the band Manic Street Preachers. Remember them?
I do.
Disappeared in 1995, and that's a true fact because I've done my research.
It's true.
Okay. Where, beyond the secret keyhole, was he last seen? Is it number 1, in the old shack in Halloween Hollow? Is it number 2, the 3 sugar bowls in Coffee Pot Lane? It is their old pubs. This is number 3, the Candy Cafe in the High Street.
Yeah, well, that's where John lives.
Well, that's what John would like
So you
to live.
can't
I have to
live
restrict him now. So let's do that again. Question 4 is, Richie Edwards, a guitarist in the band Manic Street Preachers, disappeared in 1995. Where beyond the secret keyhole was he last seen? 1, the old shack in Halloween Hollow. Number 2, the 3 sugar bowls in Coffee Pot Lane. Or number 3, the Candy Cafe in the High Street. So you need to be writing down 1, 2, or 3. Okay, there's one more question to come, but we're just going to sort of go through what we've done today. And I did have a list somewhere.
It was on your trolley.
Was it? I know,
It
it's
was
all
on
over
the
the
trolley.
place.
You moved
Is
everything.
it? She's going to walk across. Is it? Have I left it there? Oh no. Oh, I don't know. I'll make it up.
You have to duck down now, Nick.
It was
I
on
know.
the table.
Could be anywhere. I could make it up. We've got everything's lost over. That's not my. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Is that Nikki's stuff all over the place? Oh, it's Michelle's. Anyway, okay. So let's have a look. Well, we've talked about Locket Lane, haven't we?
We did.
So
We've done
we
that a
think
lot.
Locket Lane, and you think the stencil, if you want, the larger one is on the website. Let's have a look. That large stencil, if you want it on its own.
That's this one.
Yeah, the larger stencil, yeah. Without
Can I show
instructions, anything, yeah. So just the stencil on its own. Can we show just the stencil on
Just
its
a
own?
stencil on its
Oh,
own.
do you know, you can't get
Where
the
is
stamp.
it?
Where is it?
I don't know. What have you done?
Oh,
Is
we are.
that it?
See a look.
Oh, yeah, but you get 2 stencils, remember?
Well, you
So
do, yeah.
look.
So if you like
You
the
get
idea of the
2.
larger stencil, but you've already got Locket Lane, you can
Yeah.
get this on its own
Yes.
for
Go on.
£10.99.
I need to sit down.
£10.99. Absolutely. But if you want that and you want
That's
the
brilliant.
instructions for the sewing,
Yes.
so for how to make those 3 projects, which is that one there.
That's
Yeah,
this
hang on,
one.
I've got my list. Let's have a look. Large stencil and sewing instructions. That should be £21.99.
Yeah.
£15.99.
Wow, that's a bargain.
£15.99.
So you're getting all the instructions for all these
for all that
projects
applique, all those
and
projects and
tube.
stencil.
Brilliant.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
John's got his headphones on.
He's
I
not
know,
worried.
yeah.
He's not. It's a good job he doesn't.
Yeah,
know.
we do sort of portray John as a bit
Wow.
miserable. He's not
He's not.
all the time.
No.
Yeah. Like the Grinch, isn't it?
But yeah, I've got, Michelle's just done a collection of books, and that's actually in
Yeah.
the Locket Lane category as well.
It is. Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's part
It is.
of. But it's kind of the starting point, really, the Ravens Tower.
Yeah.
It's that early days. You know that one's supposed to be £21.99.
Go on. I don't even. £15.99.
Wow.
Can you see this, everyone?
Yeah,
Collection
you
of
know, you can
books.
see it, yeah.
If you are a book lover,
You didn't hear
go
that?
for it.
We were just talking,
It's
John.
lovely.
We
Absolutely
were just-
stunning.
So that's the Locket Lane. So if you like the, have we got the 2 fabrics? Where are the 2? Do you know, we've got crew and, do you know what, they're not on, yeah, come on.
Those ones.
Come on.
Sorry, I passed it.
We're learning. We're in
We're
training.
learning.
We're
Okay.
apprentices.
So here, look. The tile panel, you're going to have to hold this with me. This one, you want it on that side and I'll this side.
Yeah.
Hold it against my quilt.
Beautiful quilt.
So this one, this is a ½ metre panel and you've got 18 squares on there. Now usually this is £9.99. We do
Yeah.
it on Sewing Street for £8.49 and I've dropped it to £7.99. So you can actually draw 18 different images, you can do 18 cards, you could stitch it together. That's the winter one because you see you've kind of got those wintry
Yeah.
kind of skies coming off, so the pinks and the blues. So that's
these are my colours.
yeah. So it
Lovely.
depends. I mean, you can still draw on. You see, I've actually drawn on like that. So this
Yeah.
one's mine.
That's brilliant.
You won't get me drawing on it. This one's mine. It's that
Can't
one.
have that, everyone.
And then we've also got the summery one. So here we go. It's lovely fabric, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, hang on. See that way?
we're going the wrong way. Yeah.
So yeah, so
Oh,
you've
look
got
at
you've
that.
got kind of more summery kind of feel there, haven't you? Yeah. So
More vibrant, isn't
yeah,
it? More poppy.
so you've got lots of yellows and things
Yeah.
going on, and you can see the stencils that are coming through with all the different inking and stuff like that. So that's quite a nice one. Again, that one I've put that one at £7.99 as well, so you get a little bit off today. So even if you've never done it before, I want it to be as affordable as we can make it.
Yeah.
And you know the fact that you're here watching on a Saturday and you're sort of getting involved, we just want to give you something a little bit nicer.
What's the next
Now
one?
this is plain white, and you're
Oh,
like,
right.
why do we do plain white? You can buy this. I mean, it's plain white, isn't it? It doesn't really.
Does it suit me?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
by the way, do you like my shirt? Look.
Oh, you see it, 'cause I can't find
Thank
that.
you, Nikki. Thank you, Nikki.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll
Well,
go
no,
back to
it's
the
good.
white.
So yeah, so this is number 399 ½ metre. So we're going to do it at, I think it's 350. I've put on it 350, I think. Let me just
For a
check.
½ metre.
For a
so
½
that-
metre, yeah,
right.
350. So if you want just plain to draw on
Yes.
and make into whatever you want to make, you can even ink it yourself
gorgeous.
if you want
Vicky
to.
wants to know how big each square is. on
Right,
the
okay, we
tile.
can measure it because we've got rulers. Hang on. They're about a 6-inch square, but I want to just make sure because I've been asked. Get the cup from there.
I can't get over this. You're so organised. What's going on?
Not really, to be fair. The irons Nicky's, the friction pens Nicky's.
The gel's mine.
Right, okay, John, can I just zoom? Can we just...
Yeah, swap
He was
through.
like,
Come on, wake up, John.
No, it isn't.
Yeah. yeah, okay, let's do a lighter one. So you can see it, here we go. So it's, there you go, it's 6.5 that way. And 6.5 that way. So there's 6, oh,
Brilliant.
there you go, sorry.
Actually 6 1/4.
Oh, sorry, 6.25. Is it? Oh yeah.
Yes,
sorry.
it is. Yeah.
6.25 square.
Just a bit bigger than a 6.
We could just tell he's watching. So you've got a 6-inch, but you've got a 1/4 seam in it as well.
Yeah, you've got
Hello.
a 1/4 seam allowance.
That is what it is.
course.
Okay, yeah, you can put us back, John. Thank you very much. Yeah,
And
yeah.
Helen,
Do,
you
come on,
need
do
to
your
go
job.
home and sort your Jeff out.
What's
He's
he-
asking all sorts of questions.
Is he? What's he asking
What's he
now?
He's being difficult. He's
Oh, we
asking
will
if
see.
we walk away. And then he says, does the shirt come with a volume control?
Jeff will be home soon, mate.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's already making notes over there.
And I know where you live, so that's it.
So do we, to be fair, we could all come round. So watch
Oh,
it.
God.
Right, what's this one then? Can we do your
can't
bookmarks
do that one
first?
yet. Yeah, let's do the bookmarks.
Yeah,
and
let's
then
do the
we'll do the
bookmarks.
other bit.
Bookmark, they're brilliant.
Yeah,
I know I
love
I
these.
say this.
So quick and easy.
Okay, come me overhead, John, please, because I think it's nice that we look at this. So what have you got in here, look? Bookmarks. So not only do you have these 4 on here, but you've also on the back, if we could zoom out just a touch, John, that would be great. You've got 8 different designs. So of course you don't have to do all of these. You can pick and choose, do your own little things. But I think the really nice thing about it, so here's your stencil, look.
Yeah.
So you've got a grid there, really useful for all sorts of
Brilliant.
things. Of course it's bookmark size, but I think the real sort of, again, a standout feature of this,
The envelope.
you get the envelope stencil with it. So you've got the inner and the outer, so you can make envelopes that will fit.
And you can use this stencil of shapes to decorate your envelopes.
Of course
on
you
the
can.
inside.
So I've got some little samples here. I'm just going to
Wow.
put that in away for us.
Okay.
So here we go. We've got, look at envelopes.
Brilliant.
So you can have pattern papers, you can draw on them. These are just lovely to put in with cards, aren't they?
They are.
Here's one of the bookmarks, and look.
I did my own design on one, and I put it in my Be Here and Now book because it fits
Oh,
perfectly in the Be
nice,
in the Here
yeah.
and Now book.
So this one that you could put like a little sign. It could be like a new home. It could be a new book.
Yeah.
So Michelle could put the new book she's going to read there. So you
Not
have a
before
new
me.
bookmark for every book you read.
Yeah.
Makes
There's
nice
the little-
money envelopes.
Oh, they do. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you know, £50 notes will fold up in there if anybody wants to send them. It's absolutely fine. Have you ever seen a £50 note? I don't
I
even know
have.
if I have.
Yeah.
Look at these.
A lot of shops don't take them anymore though.
No, well, don't send 50s then. Just send
Yeah.
20s and a 10.
We accept anything, honestly. Maureen says, I would have loved to be there with you all. It sounds like you're having fun.
Yeah.
Maureen,
Brilliant.
Maureen, this is serious. This is a serious business. This is. So again, being that this one, normally this is a 21.45
It
one.
is, yeah.
And oh, he's looking at me. John, just change the camera. Just by £15.99. Gee,
Gee, wow.
Okay. We have to do something. Yeah, you know, you come in and you're watching, so you're giving up your Saturday. So we've got that one. We've seen the
That's
silhouettes,
great
haven't
value
we?
for money.
Yeah,
that
let's
one.
have a look
Yeah,
at the
look at the
silhouettes.
silhouette one.
Now, because this one's an A5 one. It's quite a.
Yeah.
I say an early one. It's an earlier one. We did switch to A4s sort of later on because
Yeah.
I was asked about the size of images and things like that. This one's fine because it actually shows you. Let me open it up in the instructions.
I think that a year on. Some of them have got a year on.
Yeah, just say when copyrighted normally. Well, this is when we're in the other place. Oh, but I mean, look what you get.
You get so
You
much
get
for
this one. I mean, you get your ins and your outs.
yeah.
But with this, you don't.
And you get 2 sizes, don't you? For
You do
each
get
one?
2 sizes for each one. But what I actually have done here, I've given you all the different patterns.
Yeah.
So you could actually do what we did with the dice. You
Yeah.
could draw all these on a sheet and roll dice. But then it shows you the shape, and then it shows you where I put those patterns. So we've not actually tangled inside the shape, we've tangled around it. So this is a real good one, practice-wise, to try a few different bits and
So
pieces.
we've
It's
just
really
come
good
back
one.
from Japan, as you know.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
doing-
don't rub it in.
And
Yeah.
I'm doing a memory book, and I've used this for the koi, because you know
Right, yeah,
the
look.
Japanese love their koi. Yeah,
There it is.
for one of my pages.
It's just really nice, isn't it? Because it covers all elements. And of course, you know, if you turn them round, you've got cats and dogs going in all different directions. That one reminds me of a chocolate.
Yes.
What is it, John? The one you like in a red wrapper?
Autumn.
It's Maltesers. It's a Malteser bunny. Right, so how much are we doing that one for then? Let's have a little look. Creating stencils. That should be £19.65.
Yeah, there's a lot in it though. There is a lot in it. What are you doing?
£12.99.
John.
£12.99. Can you put us back on, please, John?
Look at his face. He's proper grinchy
not
now.
happy, no.
Proper
No.
Grinch.
We'll do the others because these are hopefully coming up. So we've got a
Yes.
couple of bits.
So
Have I got? No, I've
you've
got.
got these 2.
Yeah, we've got
What
mindful
else?
moments. That one's a bit different as well.
Yeah.
I know Nikki's going to talk about this in a short while because it's one that I did, and it's all about, you know, with tangling. Yeah, we love our fun and we have our enjoyment
Yeah.
and drawing our pictures, but it's all about having that restful moment as well and just chilling out. So with this one, you've got a lovely stencil on there, and you can do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different images, but that's just to start with.
Absolutely.
But then we wanted it for sewing as well, because I actually did this as a range of fabric.
That's right.
And I did a quilt, which you can still get, although with quilts, just like this one, we don't have these in stock. You can imagine how much fabric this is. This is over 10 metres of fabric. It's my design, it's my drawings. If there's a quilt that you've seen and you like and it's not on the website, you can always email us and say, do you know, I really loved that quilt.
Yeah.
Because we print to order. This actually comes in pink, it comes in blue and purple, and it comes in orange. So I've actually got the pink one, and I've got the blue and orange, no, not the blue and orange, the blue and purple one.
Yeah. Have
So
you
it's
done the orange yet?
I haven't
No.
done the orange,
I
no.
want
I would love to see the orange one.
So things like this, quilts, we will print to order. So it's just a real nice, I mean, it's
It is
huge,
lovely.
it's king size bed this. I can't remember the size of it exactly, but
Large.
and it's
I would say 6.
Very large.
but it's I'm going to say this honestly. I wouldn't say something was easy if it's not. It's easy because you cut your fabric into strips, you stitch them together, you press them, and then you cut them. So you've got like little squares,
Into smaller
little
ones.
squares into smaller ones, and then you stitch one row to another row, one row to another row, and you see it coming together. It's just, I've done all the hard work for you. I've put the colours together for you. So, but anyway, so yeah, the mindful moment. So we did it for stitching. Now we did consider that the
this one,
stencil in it was maybe a little bit small,
Yeah.
so we did a larger
Just
stencil.
this. Yeah.
So again, if you've got this one, you think I'd like to do something bigger, that circle frame in its own is brilliant. You can get that on its own today if you want as well. So you
this-
can sort of mix and
yeah.
match it.
And this
So-
is really good, this size, Sandra, because
Yeah.
if you want to sort of expand your tangling, you use larger card, A3 say, you want
Exactly,
to go large,
yeah.
brilliant size.
It is, and even if you just want that circle, because the circle frame's
Yes,
so popular. If
yeah.
you've not got a circle frame, where have you been? Anyway, so this one, it should be £9.99. I put it down to £6.99. So if you just want
That's
that,
brilliant.
because you've already got the mindful moments, you've got that, that's fine. If you want this one, I put it to £12.99.
Right.
Now another thing, because we make these in-house, if you decided, well, do you know what? I like that, but I like the bigger stencil.
Mm-hmm.
Order this, but just drop us a note on your order and say, do you know what? Can you swap it? Can I have the bigger stencil instead of the little one? It's exactly the same, but
Ideal.
it's probably about 20% bigger, and we'll swap it. Oh, well,
And
Let's
Nikki's got her hand up.
Nikki.
Yeah, well, your husband's at it again.
Oh,
Did we
I
start this in Japan? I'm ignoring him. Donkey said hi, and Leslie says, I want that quilt that's hung up. It's just my colours, it's my favourite.
She says that every time, because this actually sits, I fold it up and it sits in my living room, because I've got a grey leather sofa, and then I've got a hot pink chair in the corner,
Nice.
and this sits on the hot pink chair, so Finley thinks it's his personal quilt. Can you imagine you get lost in it? But yeah, Leslie, I love you, babes, but it's mine.
Not having it. She's
I'll
not
try
having
and
it.
sneak it out with the round tiles
It's
later.
not going to happen. So yeah, so another one that Nikki loves. This, I mean, these are all stencils that you will love. That's
Yeah,
why
they
we
are.
put them on. So the menagerie. When I first brought this out,
Went mad.
it did go a little bit
Did.
mad. We've got lots of different animals going on. I did
Yeah.
quite a big bundle.
Yeah.
So you've got the woodland, you've got the critters, you've got the chameleon, the frog, you've got the giraffe and the elephant.
Got
But
loads.
this one is kind of stuck, the critters. Because they're small characters and it doesn't take a lot to do, and they
No.
are very, very simple to draw. I'm not saying that because Nikki's drawing them. But I'm saying, so we have...
So
Let's
what
move on.
I will say is they're very versatile, everyone. Very versatile.
Well, if you want it to £12.99, it's all on there. I mean, all of these things, everything that we've got on, they're on the Sanntangle House Live. So your categories there. Alice has made sure it was all okay, so it's
Brilliant.
all on there. So that's on
Yeah.
there as well. And of course, if we get a chance, I've got the wooden trinket boxes. These are
Oh, yes.
beautiful. If I get a chance to demo a little bit on that, but I've put you some little wooden trinket boxes on there at a really good price as well. And not to forget, not Dobby. Dobby's not for sale, but he's here. In spirit.
Got his glasses back.
Yeah, I see. There was a bit of a fight at Hobby Maker with some magpies. He lost his glasses, so everybody there kept him safe. Leslie had to come in and have a bit of a word with him because you can't act like that.
No.
So he's got a few patches now, but yeah, he's got his back. But yeah, we know that you loved these. Now I have got on order the 40cm square ones, and you know it's such a nightmare to try and get it out of them when they're coming. But we've got the 25.4 and we've got the. I know it's mine's over there. She knows she's a bit of a rebel today. She's 30cm square, 50 sheets. So we managed to get some more of those in because I know you were asking it and they sold out. So we've got those on there, and we've also got. I mean, you used these earlier.
Oh, I love these.
The black
Absolutely adore
bookmark
these.
pad.
Dark edition pencils, brilliant.
Oh, absolutely,
Brilliant
yeah.
on
Or a
these.
white gel pen. I
the
demonstrated
white.
that last time.
Yeah.
And then we've brought in the white bookmarks. These actually fit, and I did do it last time, fit in the envelope on the bookmarks.
Yeah, they do.
So that's quite nice as well.
Yeah.
Excuse
Really
me.
good. Oh, so cute.
I am
So
gonna do a tile with these soon.
Are you?
Yeah, because they're 8 by 10.5.
Okay.
So oh, excuse me. So
they're
that's something
slightly
we can.
longer then, are they? They're
Yeah,
not actually.
we're going to play with
They're rectangle.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
So right, with that all done and sorted, I'm going to bring Nikki on to do her critters and a mindful moments. So
There you
go,
go.
back again. So I'll take Dobby with me because it'll be a pain. And we'll do your last question after Nikki's finished. Or do you want to do it now, Nikki?
Yeah, you can do it now if you want to.
Do you want to do it? Shall I do it?
You do it.
Actually, who's not done one yet?
I've done one, Michelle.
We'll do one. Michelle,
I'll do one.
yeah, come on then. Michelle can do question 5 for us.
And then we can be looking at who's
Yeah, then we could. Once this question's been done, if you add it up, stop. It's just like a riot here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Post the number, and then we're going to start taking names, and we'll choose one before the end.
Yeah.
All right. Right. Thanks. I'm going to leave
You're
you.
welcome. So, question number 5. What number house grows exotic mushrooms in Locket Lane? So, choice 1 is number 7. Choice 2 is number 154. I feel like I'm doing bingo. Choice number 3 is number 34. So, what number house grows exotic mushrooms in Locket Lane? Number 1 is number 7. Is it number 7? Number 2, is it number 154? Or number 3, is it number 34? So what you need to do now, you've got 5 questions and you will have made a choice of 1, 2 or 3 for each one. Whichever you've chosen, add up those 5 numbers that you've chosen and you'll have a total. What we need you to do is, are we posting the total on Facebook?
Yeah. If you post the total in the comments.
Yeah,
We'll start
okay.
taking names, but you've got to get the right answer.
Absolutely, there is an answer and you need to get the right one. Good luck everybody. I'm handing over to Nikki.
Now Nikki's not allowed to use a pseudonym, so she wins.
Oh,
No, not allowed.
you're spoiling all my fun today. Hello, I'm back again in case you've missed me for a minute. Okay, so there was a few questions Sandra wanted us to answer about what's the unusual things we've written on. My grandchildren. I very often draw on my grandchildren, they love it.
Do you put a different address on them?
Yeah, don't bring back, yeah.
Send them here.
Yeah. The front door, the glass panel in the front door.
Oh.
At Christmas, I did a Christmas picture on it.
Nice.
I often tangle on the beach wherever we go,
Oh.
and on a cruise ship. And
Oh yeah, I've tangled on a cruise ship.
yeah, me too.
Me too.
Got lots of people watching and things, yeah. And then where I would live, sapphire skies in the house with all the big balloon type things in.
Oh, yes. Oh, that'd be lovely.
And then I'd still have a holiday home on the beach as well.
Well, you could. Would you have the beach huts or would you have the glass house? That's where Dobby stays.
I'd like the glass house because it's a bit like Dick Van Dyke when he lived on the beach, Doctor whatever it was, yeah.
Nice. But you always have to wipe everything after Dobby's bin because he's got sticky
Can you
fingers.
plug my iron in,
I
please?
certainly
Would you
can.
mind? And the other thing is, my hint and tip, when you're buying things off Hobby Maker or Sewing Street, you need to go in and remove your name to come up and so that you're anonymous, because when your husband's there and you're saying, what are you buying now? And I'm saying, oh no, and he's saying, you don't need one, and he goes out, so you order it quick on your phone, and he comes back and it's all across the bottom, Nikki from Stoke-on-Trent. So don't do it. That's my big tip for you, okay?
Nikki, before you carry on, Mitch has missed question 4.
Mitch, you need to wake up. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're doing, and I think probably you need to take more water with it, whatever it is. Okay, here we go. Question 4. Richie Edwards, a guitarist in the band Manic Street Preachers, disappeared in 1995. Where beyond the secret keel was he last seen? Was it 1, in the old shack in Halloween Hollow, 2, the 3 sugar bowls in Coffee Pot Lane, or 3, the Candy Cafe in the High Street? Okay? Everybody okay now?
Yes, thank you.
Right, okay. I'll get on with my demo now, shall I? I've waited really
Yeah,
patiently.
you've got 1 minute now.
Oh,
I'll put a bit
no.
of fabric on there so you can iron without ironing on the table and it
Thank
comes
you,
off.
it's fine.
It's all good.
Okay, so mindful moments. Let's move that one out of the way because it's just me easy critters, you know, that are really easy. That, well, you know, here we go. So mindful moments, I really like mindful moments. So I did it on some fabric with the Inktense pencils, and it comes out really nice. Now that you could do it on a bigger piece, make a cushion cover, you could put borders on it, whatever. And as Sandra said earlier, what I started to do was I used the larger stencil, and with my friction pen, which Sandra's pinched over here, I'll just steal it back.
Borrowed.
I've drawn the background just like you would with your pencil, and then I've gone in with a fine liner and started to do the pattern. Now I really like this because even if you're not very confident, it's a good starter because you draw all the lines in, it tells you how to do it, and then you go around each one just putting a leaf, and you use the leaf point to the next point and you make the next leaf, and you use the 2 points there to make another one, and the 2 points there, and you go right the way up to next but last, and then you put your V's in, and it just is amazing. So if you were to start like that, just take this, and you just use your iron.
It's so exciting.
It's magic.
It is, isn't it? I mean, you're like, wow, and it all sort of cleans up. It's like a rubber, isn't it?
Yeah.
Without marks and the brush that you need to get rid of bits.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's, and it just goes, so then you could colour that with your Inktense pencils. And this was the smaller one I started to do. So it depends how far you want to go with it. Once you've got your basic shapes in, these hearts, it's a really lovely stencil, this. You can use the stencil to do with your pen if you want to. But if you put the friction pen on, then you know where you're going and you've got room for error. You just don't have to worry about it. And you can actually get a hairdryer and erase it if it's something that you can't iron. But that's how you'd start it on fabric. And you do exactly the same if you're using paper. And as I say, that was one in Blue Peter style that I did earlier. And of course, to get the shade in, I used the grey Inktense pencils. because obviously you don't put graphite on there, and then just with the gel brushed it on, but the colours come up so vividly once you've done it. So that's it on fabric. This is one on paper, and you can take it as big as you like. I've not finished colouring that, but that's the sort of thing, and I mean it just becomes stunning once you've got your colour on there. Those are Sandra's pencils.
Is that the larger one?
That's the larger one.
And that fills an A4.
It
Yeah,
does.
it's brilliant.
So, and then coming back to the easy critters, you know, that anybody can do. These I did with the Sandra's fountain pens and put them all on one page. But I also had a play on a bigger piece. This is just an A3 pad, and I took the concept stencils that she's had. I took them to Hobby Maker a couple of weeks ago, and Sandra bought them back on Tuesday, I think it was. And this is just, I went through them and drew through the apertures, and then I drew my critters and then took out everything that was outside the frames, and I just think it's a lovely effect. Like, you can just do that bit there, look, you've got the snail, the bee, the dragonfly, and there's a little mouse down here. This is the hedgehog and the rabbit, but it's just a really nice effect. You can also, the ink brushes that I was using earlier, you could have put the stencil down, but I would then just tape it with some masking tape or something, just to keep it solid, and you could just colour the apertures, just the insides, and then draw on them. But I do think it gives a lovely effect when you just put it behind and you can just see the pieces. So that was another idea on my easy critters. So I've given you my hints and tips. I live in Sapphire Skies. And what else did you want to know? Favourite stencil, hints, tip, demo. So you've got my tips. Take your name off Hobby Maker and what have you, because your husband will see it and know you've spent money. And having said that, I think my Sewing Street delivery is arriving today, so I'm in trouble when I get home again. But that's nothing new.
As if you get home.
As if I get home. Yeah, I had a flat battery. It's not been a good journey up here. So I hope you've enjoyed everything. I'll hand back to Sandra just for a wind up. And thank you all for saying
That's what we've been doing all day, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh dear me. So come on then. Let's have a look.
Sorry.
You're all
Thank
right,
you.
yeah?
She's like, that's it, I'm off now. I'm going to go and put the kettle on.
You're picking on me.
She's got the trailer outside. She's loading it. That's what she's doing. She's gonna load
I'm just, hang on, let me just, oh, there.
it. It's still there.
Well, if I can get on
They're still here. And my sketchbook's still over there. I know, I've got to keep an eye on it. I will notice that, I tell you. It's the only one in the building. Oh, anyway, it's been quite an interesting morning. We did have a few technical issues before we came on, but John threw a few things about it and it's all fine.
Sorry, Sandra.
All right, go on.
Mitch, this has been brilliant. I'm out with Mum at the moment and keeping one eye on the live. Will this be available after to rewatch?
Right, that's a good point, because I was coming to that. This will be available after. Chris is also, on Facebook, we can only put it on for 30 days and then it disappears, as we know. That's Facebook rules. But the good news is that Chris, hi Chris, will be putting it onto YouTube for us, so you can watch back after 30 days on YouTube, so it'll be there. The other thing that is nice to sort of consider is the little offers we put on today will still be available up until Tuesday evening. So you've got a little bit of chance to watch and have a look and see what you like or what you don't like, that kind of thing. And just take advantage of those things there. Our next show, here we haven't planned yet, but our next show is going to be Helen at Hobby Maker. Woohoo! And we've worked out the date is the 20th. And of course that's within the Christmas period. So Helen has got a couple of new, or she will have, till I've finished up.
No pressure.
A couple of new Christmas items, We do have, if you like the on the edge that we did with the positive and the friends, Helen's Helen's got the Christmas version, so that's going to be real good fun. So yeah, lots of things going off. I'm going to we'll have a drum roll in a minute with the prize. Actually, we might have two. We've got two. Can we do two, Jan? Because Jan's been taking names. She's on it. Because we've got these little postcards as well, which would be quite nice. So it just kind of leaves me to say, thank you so much, everybody. We've put a lot of work and time into this. I want to really thank the teachers for actually coming up, because I did do it a bit short notice and said anybody coming up. And not just the teachers that are here, but the teachers that are watching and that have been supporting us from afar and been putting messages on and all the rest of it. Hey, Chris. So, absolutely, yeah, it's not one person. We've also, as miserable as he can be at times, we've got to thank John, because without John,
well done, John,
this just wouldn't be happening at all. I mean, even to the fact putting the quilt up, because I can't reach. It's a... No, you can't. You can't. So it's been a bit of everybody sort of getting involved, even down to Alice and Tommy just making sure we've got all the products ready for you to show, and so it's been a real good bit of fun. We want you to get engaged. We want you to be part of this. We want you to sort of post messages and let us know how we go. We know there's a couple of little issues. We're ironing through them as we can. I think 30 seconds before we went on air, one of the screens went down, which is why we had a bit of a flicker, but hopefully he's kind of sorted that now. So, yeah, thank you, Helen. I appreciate that. Thank you for a good morning. It's been real good fun, and that's what we want, because that's what Sanntangle is about. I want you to learn things. I want you to see how other people do it. I want you to see the products that you might never have seen. We have so many new people, but I think it also reminds you that if you've got these products in your stash, get them out and have a go, because they all mix and match with all sorts of things. So don't just think, oh, they're there in the cupboard and I'll never use them again. Get them out and try them and do something with them. So thank you, Jan. We've got a bit of a... Everything. Should I go through the answers first? I've lost my sheet now. Can I borrow a sheet, somebody?
I stole it, Sandra. Sorry.
Michelle stole it. It's so right, Michelle. Thank you. So here we go. So, why is Lockett Lane called Lockett Lane? We know, of course, because a locket was found there. That's number one.
I've got one right then.
Did you get that right? Did you get that right? A few of you got that right, absolutely. Oh, it was brilliant. So here we go. So question 2. What number in Lockett Lane is the set of 3 family houses that sit on top of the tree trunks? And that is number 27.
I've got 2 right.
Did you?
Wow.
It is 27, yeah, absolutely, number 27. I mean, some of the houses, I thought I'd just stick with Lockett Lane. Some of the houses are not in there, they're in colouring books and things. So I picked one that was in Lockett Lane. Anyway. Okay, why was a house locked in a jar? Why was there even a jar in the first place? How did a house get in a jar? But it can only happen in Halloween Hollow. It was number 2. It was because a science experiment was conducted and it went wrong. And you know, the idea of that is because, of course, it got out, so it's known as the contagion house, because it did get out and it leaked into the actual stream in Halloween Hollow. That's right. They're all saying that's right. I know, I wrote
got it wrong.
But if you recall, some of the scientists wanted to carry on doing their scientific experiments, so they moved to the moon. You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So there's actually a moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a ladder on it, and yeah. Anyway, I digress. Question 4, which I thought was Richie Edwards, the Manic Street Preachers guitarist. He disappeared.
Not a clue.
He was seen in the old shack in Halloween Hollow. There's actually somebody, you need to go back and read these, because there's somebody else who was flying a plane and they disappeared. And they were seen in the shack in Halloween Hollow. They called in for a bit of a beer and they weren't seen again. So you need to go back and have a look at who that was. Because these things, I don't just make them up out of thin air. I do actually do a bit of research on them. So the people that I've mentioned in there are real. Real. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so that was number 1, the old shack. The last one, yeah, even Munch. If you know who's Munch, he's Liam Dickens from Hobby Maker. Yeah, absolutely. So if you don't recall, he actually went off to find the secret keyhole, and in the most recent one, there's a new newspaper started up. Well, to us, we've only just heard about the newspaper. It's always been there. But actually, he's been seen around the secret keyhole, so they're keeping an eye on him. Question 5 then. What number house grows exotic mushrooms in Lockett Lane? Oh, they're all sure there. It is number 7, which is question 1. The answer is question 1 rather. So the actual correct total number is 8. Okay. Another thing actually about the exotic mushrooms at number 7. Do you know that they actually came, a little snip of those, took a little cutting from Sapphire Skies because they grow up there. And they're so big up in Sapphire Skies because of the raindrops that come from the hills and the valleys beyond. And of course somebody went up there and took a snip and then grow them down in Lockett Lane. Did you know that? No. Oh, see, I write these stories and they don't read them. Anyway, okay. Oh, thanks. Oh, do you know, Shirley, I hope it's been worth you getting up at 5 o'clock this morning. So, okay, what should we do first? Are we going to go with the postcard book first? The postcards, there are 190 GSM, these are. They're really nice postcards. They've got the little lines on the back. And this, I know you've all been brilliant. Thank you for taking part, but we can't choose everybody. Helen Goodwin.
Oh,
this is coming to you. So I might actually write your name on the back, just because we don't want to forget that it was you. Yeah, and we can't. Yeah, I can't. And this one.
Mine.
No, Nikki. No, it's not Nikki. This one. Oh, this one's going to. Drum roll. Go on, drum roll. No, louder. Louder. All right. Okay, that's enough. Listen. Sarah Fowler. So Sarah, you got the answer. A lot of you got the answer right, but we can only pick a couple. So of course we've got Helen there and we've got Sarah. So we'll get those in the post to you at some point in the week. So thank you so much everybody for taking part. I say the offers are still going to be there till Tuesday night. So if you want to have a look, watch this back and see what's there, you're going to get some real good little bargains there. I mean, Lockett Lane, if you've not involved in it, you've not heard anything about it, go and have a look at the Sanntangle Facebook group and type in Lockett Lane there. Or as we mentioned Lynn earlier, if you're there, Lynn Kirk, hello. Look for Lynn Kirk and she did some stories about the mice. So there's all sorts of things that go on and it's just a real nice little homely environment. Go and have a look at what's going on there. Of course, we've done some demos and little samples today. But then come on, have a look. Oh, okay, Michelle's got a question.
Mitch asked, because
hey,
he's
Mitch.
out and about with his mum,
Yeah.
and he's just been, is
She.
it going to be available afterwards to rewatch?
Yes, we've said that. It's going to be on Facebook here for 30 days. Then it's also going to go on YouTube. And if you want any of the offers that we put to you today, they're going to be available till Tuesday. John's rolling his eyes.
Oh, the circle tiles on the website.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
You can't actually. You can't get them.
Oh,
How do I explain this? I'll be very honest. They are very expensive. And if I suddenly went and did a tile with a round tile, I know you'd all want one. So to buy these tiles in, it would.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. It's a lot of money for us to put out. I'm going to be dead low. So in the current climate and the way things are, we've got to, just like you have, we've got to be very careful with where we put our spare cash. Having said that,
Meagre earnings.
John don't get paid. He gets paid in sweets and coffee. If there are anybody that wants these, when I put my next order in, if you sort of email us, John, would you agree with this?
Yeah.
If you email us and say, we would like a tin and put your name down, we will order the amount, because we don't have to order thousands in, we can just order one tin if we want. But we will actually order in, or sort of, as and when you want to, we can do that. But other than that, I can't keep them in stock because they're not. We can't. John's going.
Yeah,
All right. So again, thank you very much, everybody. Please keep asking your questions if you want, and we're happy to answer. Say hi to the teachers. They have got their own Facebook pages if you want to join them, and they do their own little group things out and about. So that's quite good. Don't forget, we have all the teachers in other areas. There's a list on the Facebook page. Is it under the file? Thank you, Michelle. It's under the files in the Sanntangle Facebook, so you can see where they are. But other than that, we're all going to go and have a nice strong cup of tea or coffee now. And John says, yeah, definitely. John might nip to the bathroom as well. He's sat there throughout the whole thing. So thank you very much, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'm hoping we're gonna do it again. Have you enjoyed it? Yeah. Have you enjoyed it? So hopefully, yeah, we're gonna do this again. we've got the place now. We're going to get a bit better at it and that kind of thing. So it's been wonderful. John's just laughing again. All right. Okay. Take care, everybody. Have a lovely weekend with whatever you're doing, and I will see you on Tuesday for our tile, which is number 659. I want to say. So yeah, we're getting there. Absolutely. So all right. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon. All right. Bye.
The competition has now closed. The offers mentioned in the video will end at 23:59 p.m. on Tuesday the 16th of June, 2026.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. While you're here, have a look at this video. YouTube thinks you'll like it. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to find out when a new video gets added to the channel. Make impossible art possible.